Josh and Eli got a story to tell. Two fellas trying to dodge that red and blue hell. The left's too woke, the right's too proud. We're looking for sense in this screaming crowd. We're stuck in the middle, can't you see? Between the woke mob and the sanctity. We're calling for reason, we're calling for calm. Just two voices trying to right the wrong. One side's got slogans, the other's got prayers. They both point fingers like they just don't care. Josh says, Eli, we're losing our minds. Eli says, nope, just stuck in the bind. We're stuck in the middle, can't you see? Between the woke mob and the sanctity. We're calling for reason, we're calling for calm. Just two voices trying to right the wrong. Yeah. Now the left wants my words, the right wants my soul. I just want a beer and some self-control. Josh brings the jokes, Eli brings the fire. Together they're cutting through the muck and mire. We're stuck in the middle, can't you see? Between the woke mob and the sanctity. We're calling for reason, we're calling for calm. Just two voices trying to right the wrong. Yeah.
Hi there, guys. Welcome. Shabbat Shalom Mazel Tov. What a way to start the show.
Oh, is it a Jew day?
Every day is a Jew day, by goodness.
I'm just joking with you. I'm just joshing you. It doesn't.
Oh, and I'm doing an amateur mistake. And
I'd love to know. Fill me in, please.
No, I had us playing in the background. But anyway.
This guy.
I got to admit, I'm feeling pretty stoked. We haven't done a Monday in quite some time. This takes me back a little bit.
I'm glad one of us is feeling stoked, bro, because I tell you, I have the Monday stuff. Whatever the Monday thing is, like I'm chock full of it right now. Like I'm trying to do my best to channel my Tuesday vibe for the Monday edition of the show, but it's tough. It's tough. You know what will help me out there? If those of you who are hanging out with us are enjoying the show, or if you're not, but you still want to help us feel better, just throw a like, just throw a little sub our way while we get into the topics of the day. But man, Monday, I don't know how we did Mondays before. Did we do Mondays before?
Mondays was our original thing. And by the by, I'll mention it every time. And by the way, what's up to you, Shep, Lewis, Mike, Andrew, my old buddy from fucking 96 to present, 97, Tyrone, all of you. Great to see you. Great to have you. CFAL's hoping to get you on the panel soon. Help us fight that suppression. It is a real thing, especially that last episode we had with our journalist buddy. The ratioing people were, and we love the discourse, they were smashing that thumbs down because they just didn't like what they heard.
That's
and they
fine.
just are not aware of the point of the show. We're not here to parrot things people want to hear. We're here to have the discussions that need to be had.
Well, dare I do say that is the point of the show, meaning not for us, but yeah, like maybe there is going to be a time if you tune into something like this, you're going to see something you don't agree with. But maybe they were really, downvoting what Brian was saying. Maybe they were downvoting, our opinion on it. Who knows what they were actually downvoting? But it does look like you're downvoting the show, dadgummit, right? Don't do that.
And we could take it, Just remember,
I can't take. I'm gonna go home and cry and just tear up.
yeah, yeah. Tear. You know what? What I found works for me. Real
What's
talk.
that? What's
All
that?
right, it's inside baseball, Josh. But go and basically get constipated for 3 days and just let one out. You'll feel right as rain. I promise.
Wow.
I know.
Wow. Hang on.
I don't know from
I gotta
experience.
Write that down. Let one out. Get counts. Okay, dude. Fantastic. I look forward to doing this tomorrow.
How about stirring the pot before we jump into our first topic? Can I stir the pot?
Yeah, that way you can maybe
Piss some.
relieve yourself a little easier, you know.
All right, I want to piss some people off. By the way, we have two types of viewers here. All right, well, three actually. We got our bush watchers, the ones that stay silently for whatever reason that like to watch. That's okay. God bless you. You're welcome. And the bushwhackers, not the most, maybe not your favorite name, but that means you're engaging out of the bushes. So God bless you, bushwhackers out there, and the actual supporters. We appreciate you forever and a day. So I talked about this a little bit on my stream that I went on right before here, trying to share what it's like to do research before the show. I listen to radio stations, Josh, the same ones you've heard. Yeah, I don't have satellite. I don't have no internet, nothing like that. When these 25-mile drives every day to and fro my job, Power 96, 99, all that crap.
Why don't you have do you not want satellite or anything like that? Do you not?
I want all of those things.
But you're.
I'm like a boomer.
Gotcha. Like I don't know how to change this radio thing going on.
Not far from the truth, actually.
Okay.
So it just to make this really easy, and I'm not complaining about it. How would it, okay? I'm listening to 99 Gems, and they have a specific contest, and it's only for our Black American brethren only, and sisters, of course. They're the only ones that can participate, and the game is to either get your black card or to have it revoked, and you're there to answer questions to prove that you represent the culture. And I was only just thinking, like, oh man, you know, that would be a weird look if like a country station did that about Whitey. So it doesn't bother me. It's fun. It's harmless. But I was just wondering.
Well, like, what was that? Like, do you remember anything? Do you recall anything that would get one's black card revoked from this this radio channel?
If you couldn't answer,
like, give me an
believe it or not, one of the questions 3 days ago was.
You asked me. Let me see if I got to give away my black card. Let me see.
Okay, here. At a family gathering, Josh, what game will start a fight?
Dice.
Spades.
Spades.
Is the correct answer.
Dang it. All right, I should have known that.
At the barbecue.
Yep.
What's your favorite drink?
It's got to be feel like one of them is a bad stereotype if I say that one.
It is.
Oh, grape drink?
No, Kool-Aid. You were close.
Oh, shit.
These are real answers, guys. I'm telling you, real, okay?
I love grape, by the way. That's one of my favorite flavors of drink.
Grape drink,
Grape drink.
All right, we representing the culture here.
What could it be for Whitey? Like, do you or do you not prefer mayonnaise on just about everything? White guys are like, yeah, dude. Whatever you got, man. Ice cream, mayonnaise, right? Like, I don't know. How would one get their white card revoked? I guess is what I'm trying to ask.
I got one. Do you use more than salt and pepper? Yes, revoked.
I can't even tell if we already have somebody calling in, but if you're trying to call in, the phone lines aren't open right yet. I have to ignore it. They will be open soon if you just bear with us.
I have a feeling I know who it might be. Please be patient. That time will come.
It's from California.
Okay. No, we're blowing up everywhere.
It's Gavin Newsom.
We've been waiting for that one. That's a long time coming.
He's calling to say, hey, listen, the clip you're about to play next about that one Democrat talking to Epstein, you don't got to do that, all right? We don't got to. They're calling. Hang on. Ready? I'm going to do this live. Right, check this out.
Oh, this is real time, guys. Be prepared. We're getting canceled tonight.
To accept, press.
Let's see if it's a legitimate one.
Who is this? Yeah.
Oh, my. We still got the CanCon appreciated.
I love it. No, I think it's got to be somebody trolling us. Like, they think they got us. And it's like, I love it. I love it. It's like, thank you for your time and attention.
Yeah.
That's
We love the
fantastic.
engagement.
That's fantastic.
So, I'm convinced it is Gavin Newsom because of this clip that we are going to play. You can't stop us, Mr. Newsom. We're all over this shit.
Does the name Stacy Plaskett ring a bell to you, sir? Remember that girl?
I won't deny. Only as of late has it kind of fallen in my atmosphere, but I can't say I know too much.
Yeah. You ask me. You ask me now. Go. You go.
All right, Josh, is Stacy Plaskin someone that you'd find on like maybe redtube.com?
Never fucking heard of her. Don't know who she is. Not a goddamn clue.
Oh, well.
But now, holy shit, now I know about her.
She's blowing up now.
You naughty girl, you. What were you doing? Who were you texting, Stacy? Huh?
Was she like TikTok viral? She started a trend to dance? What's going on here?
Yeah, she was sending like XO emojis. Yeah, no, she didn't. Yeah. She started a viral trend, and that was associating with Jeffrey Epstein. That's her viral trend she started. Texting Jeffrey Epstein. So odd. So odd. I thought he was not a good guy. I thought we were supposed to kind of not like him. I forgot, what was the other thing that we played not too long ago where it was like, well, if Jeffrey Epstein called him a bad person, he's got to be a bad person. It's like, oh, now you're taking the word of the bad person you don't like as, you know what I mean? Like, it's all over the place. Please, explain it better.
Do you want me to? Okay, so there's a meme going around. I mean, it's all the rage with the Democrats, and that's no shame on any Democrats that are Bush watching. Please engage, all right? No hate, no hate. The meme is basically, what is it? The donkey, it doesn't matter, saying, look, Trump was mentioned in the Epstein files. And then it's the guy with the MAGA hat saying, yeah, it's Epstein calling him a piece of shit. And he's like, but he was mentioned. It's not quite the gotcha. Not quite the gotcha. What's up, Action? It's good to see you, brother.
My favorite meme going on right now in the in this whole Epstein thing is, I remember the was it Road Rules or something on MTV, but she had a freaking watermelon on a catapult, right? And she goes back, she holds the watermelon inside the catapult thing, she drops back to let it shoot, but it shoots, but it stays in the pocket this way and comes back and just throws it right in her face.
Yeah, blasts her. Yeah, huh?
And that's like the meme going around now, like for Democrats. Like Democrats are like, yo, look what we got. And they let it go to go and just smashes right back in their face. Like, I like that. I thought that was funny. It's like, all right.
Oh, very astute.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, you know?
Just in the future, for any of the callers, if you are like just triggered because you feel you're being misrepresented, you can actually have discourse with us. Just saying.
It's not really that though, right? It's got to be the other jokers, you know, the people that we completely kind of walked over for a little bit and kind of completely wrecked their whole lives as far as how we handled them. You don't think
I really
it's them?
think it's 50-50, man.
Really?
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, truly.
Okay. I do think it's I think
that's a special shout out for any of you that are amongst those very triggered, throwing stones in glass houses morons. Please do what you're going to do. And I'm happy to play, whatever the case. But without further ado, let's get into it, brother.
This is from Washington Post. It says, newly released documents reviewed by the Washington Post appear to indicate that during a 2019 hearing where Michael Cohen testified, Jeffrey Epstein was texting with Delegate Stacy Plaskett, Democrat from the Virgin Islands.
So, a Democrat, while he was alive, while he was arrested? Like, what's the context here?
I believe he was arrested, but this is right before his actual trial, kind of within that time frame. Like, he got in trouble, but hasn't been in trial yet, or I could be mistaken, and he hasn't gotten in trouble yet the second time. He's obviously got in trouble the first time.
Dairy Queen together or something, getting McFlurries with. Oh, okay.
We have nothing more than this right now.
For what reason? What's the?
Well,
why?
Like it was saying, it's like during. It seems like he was kind of giving, I guess, the prosecution here questions to ask Michael Cohen about Trump and about these people surrounding him.
Okay. So, that's around the time. Okay, so while Michael Cohen was still relevant and people were really looking at him as the straw that was going to break Trump's back, essentially.
Yes.
Gotcha. So what was
Check this out.
Stacey?
The
Yeah,
Post.
give me
so,
more.
And mind you, too, this is the Washington Post, right? This isn't, Fox News. This is, what you would consider something more left leaning, maybe left of center, if I'm being too generous with left leaning. But it says the Post reviewed multiple video feeds from the hearing and matched the texts which were sent in Pacific time with the video.
Okay.
So in the released documents, Epstein was texting with somebody, but their name was redacted. So, which is why Washington Post now is kind of going back in time here and seeing if they can match up the text. Somebody was aware or astute of the idea that around the time Epstein was making these texts, there was hearings going on with Michael Cohen with the whole Trump court case, whatever that was. So that's when they went back to look at that, and this is where this all stems from.
Just as a layman, is that legal? Like,
Which part? Which part?
Just if it's all built, if Stacey, who is apparently spearheading, whatever, I don't know, going back and forth with anybody regarding this a trial that was going to happen, or if it's regarding impeachment, is this all fair play? Is all on board?
I would, you know what? Like, that's a great question, because are people in the House, like, are they under oath when they ask questions? It's weird for them to be able to have that, like, but it is the era of technology. It's not far-fetched to think somebody has notes on their phone because they can't remember every talking point they want to hit. So yeah, I'm going to bring up my phone. All right, this and that. Okay. So, I can kind of see both sides here as to why she has her phone, but I can't answer that question. I'm not sure if she's allowed to have it on the House floor, wherever she's at right now. I'm not sure of any of that, to be honest with you. I'm the least informative person on that question you could ask that question to. I do apologize.
No, that's okay.
Just making sure.
Given that I have a little bit more context now, because last time during the last episode there was some comments, just like one we got. Welcome to the chat, Mr. Big Boss 1R. Now that she, I don't know if it's a troll, I don't know if it's genuine. Boss. Who is Bubba? Okay, so here's what I've learned about this, because this is another thing that's memeing itself around the interwebs.
We got a whole video that breaks it down. If you want to, like, don't let Big Bubba, whatever this guy, like, dictate the show.
Don't let it. Okay, like, we do have something.
We can get into that.
We got something for you, Mr. Boss. Stick around. We got something for you.
Because it is in juxtaposition to, like, it seems like a lot of the people I know that lean one certain way are like flies on shit around the whole Mark Epstein accusation of Bubba and what Donald Trump did with Bubba. They're like, oh my, look at this. But you bring up anything, Hillary Clinton, Vince Foster, you bring up this thing, which we're about to play, the fucking response I got from this guy. I was like, oh, because he was the one who shared Trump stuff. Okay, cool. I'll humor that. Got you. Yep. Trump, Epstein, that got cool. Then I'm like, hey, did you hear about the Democrat who got caught texting with Epstein? And I got, nope.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So we're not going to look at this like with a gotcha. Okay. No
problem. Got it. Okay.
Not going to be down
fair
the middle
game. What's
here.
up? No reply. Good to see you. Techno officer. Good to see you, brother. Shamrock, welcome. All right. Let's break into it, bro.
Here. So again, this is the Washington Post. They've done is they've pieced together the Jeffrey Epstein text messages that were released in the this massive 20,000, 22,000 email messages release. And they've found the time in which it appears to sync up with one Stacey Plaskett.
Okay.
This was when Barack Obama was president of the United States.
So right now, Epstein is texting her, says, "Are you chewing?"
And while we were
watch your mouth.
Through a struggling neighborhood in
she kind of is chewing, and she says, "Not anymore."
He commented that only black people could live that way.
Okay.
Attorney-client privilege, yes.
Jeffrey Epstein texts her. He says, Cohen brought up Rona, the keeper of secrets. Keeper of the secrets.
My friend Mr. Meadows pointed
She's
out
reading her phone right now
today in a written submission that contradicted.
And she'll text him back, Rona? That's her response to him texting.
Just curious. Yeah. Is this kind of ominous to you, knowing that this woman's like literally texting the devil, right? It spooks me out a little
Like-
bit. Is all I'm saying.
About her though, like, do you feel this has further reaching implications outside of her, or is it just her being like the bad player here?
I haven't come to that any conclusion really
Okay.
yet. It's just I'm just creeped out. Like this House Democrat is just fucking texting Epstein like that.
At the very least, we know. Isn't it true that by this time we know that Epstein got in trouble for his first round of whatever it was, not child, but like whatever he got arrested for, sex trafficking in 2011 or something like that, 2007. See, I don't know the fucking times. That's
He didn't get in trouble for anything good, so it's okay.
That's around the time when Trump disavowed him. Yet you have this lady years later texting with
2011.
him. 2011. So thank you very much. Who said that?
Me.
Oh, that was you? Oh, you looked it up? Okay, thank you, me.
No, I just know.
Oh, 2011. Yes. And then 6 years later, or 8 years later, rather, then this lady, I guess it's okay. It's cool for her to text with him. Yet apparently if anybody else was keeping in contact or talking with him, they're on the shit list. But this seems to be okay.
Sorry. You know, I get distracted at times. HK, everyone knows at the end of the day, we are never going to know the full truth. Too many high up people. It's just the truth. No reply. Epstein Island is in the Virgin Islands where this lady is from.
Yes.
Actually, that's a point.
That's exactly what we mentioned earlier.
Thank you, Seafels. It is kind of fucking creepy. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. All right. I'm back in the game. I'm locked in.
All great.
testimony. You have suggested you are going to review that. Did you review? Are you going to review it in our next break to correct the record?
So
Yes or
she's
no?
asking Rona, and then she says
Question
again,
you have.
quick, I'm up next. Is that an acronym? She needs to know, what does Rona mean? She's like, Rona, keeper of the secrets? Fuck you talking about that, Jeff?
Helped out the president's campaign, or were involved in the campaign as a representative, as a spokesman. Even in your words today, it was your idea for the campaign.
That's his
dating
assistant. So Jeffrey Epstein texts her back saying that's his assistant.
back to 2011. Is that accurate? Yes.
So
or
then
no?
listen. So then her line of questioning.
Mr. Weisenberg and other individuals, Ms. Rona. Who are
Ms.
those
Rona.
individuals? Are they with the Trump organization?
They
and
are.
are there other people that we should be meeting with?
So Alan Weisselberg is the chief financial officer.
Uh-huh.
The
You got to
Trump
quickly give us
organization.
as many names as you can so we can get to them.
Yes, ma'am.
As Ms. Rona, what is Ms. Rona's position?
Rona Graff is the Mr. Trump's executive assistant.
And would she be able to corroborate many of the statements that you've made here?
Yes, her office is directly next to his,
And then he texts her, good work.
involved in.
You can't see it. Let me scroll that up.
Wow. A House Democrat is working hand in hand with fucking Jeffrey Epstein. They're like Turner and Hooch here. They're fucking partnered up.
Good work, he says. Way to go. Cheerio. Cheerio. So I thought that was just wild, as did everyone else who was following the Epstein thing.
I mean, yeah, I still can't shake that. It's just creepy to me.
Yeah,
Fucking.
I don't know what further implications it could have, do other Democrats know? Do other politicians in general know that, were they going to Epstein for things about Trump? Is this the whole reason why they didn't want the Trump, that they didn't want the Epstein files released in the first place? I still am kind of confused as why Trump wasn't able to get ahead of this by releasing these files that they just released. Why did it take? And I do understand Brian's theory, his idea that if Trump did release them, they would say that they were fake, stuff like that.
With the context that he is allegedly an informant, I guess it would be within his interest to not disclose as much as possible.
Fake 'em
But
or
that's
something.
not going to fly for the American people. I hope HK is wrong, but I hope there is a sense of inevitability and not one of those inevitabilities that's 60 fucking years later, like with JFK.
But it's almost like too little too late now, because I see the Washington Post making this, the Washington Post leans a little more left than normal. Then I talk to people who are on the left. They have no idea about this. They know more about the big, beautiful bill that Trump blew, They know that. They know more about what, Mark Epstein said, where somebody didn't go back and corroborate videos together and implicate something quite nicely. They're just focused in on this. Oh, but like these emails are pretty savory. You know, oh, you know, there is some good, funny things in here. It's like, yeah, no, that's fine. That's both things can be true. Did you see what also came out? Haha, nope. Okay.
And out of the fucking blue, Mark Epstein, Epstein's brother, who I would assume out of all of the cast of characters, well over Trump's head, would know way more than anybody else on this planet, aside from Ghislaine Maxwell. All of a sudden, we're going to take his word.
Yeah. Here's a guy who maybe explains it just a tad better than we can at the moment, just kind of giving a little more in-depth or rather quicker than we can, just to kind of summarize how Donald Trump is implicated in this all. Let me put this on a little faster speed right quick. Playback speed. Let's go. 125.
Welcome to your world.
That's insane. Back and forth in
now.
emails talking about.
All right, ready?
Yeah, man.
So this is going to explain the whole Bill Clinton Trump thing.
And what kind of humiliating stuff are we talking?
So he says, I don't know if he's going to say it, but what Mark Epstein says is you and your boy Donnie can make a remake of the movie Get Hard. So I guess that's the complete implication. That's
About
Okay,
you'll see.
one
You'll
of the leaked emails lays it out right here. You've got Jeffrey Epstein's own brother casually joking about whether Putin has photos of Trump blowing Bubba, in quotes. Now, as we know, Bubba is Bill Clinton's nickname, sounding like a generic rape scene in a movie. Bubba, that's insane. Back and forth in emails talking about blowjobs like it's normal breakfast table conversation. Who would have known? I mean, it wasn't Monica Lewinsky under that desk. It was Trump. So not only is Trump funding the Iron Dome in Israel, he's also giving a good old-fashioned American Iron Dome in the White House. Oh, Bubba. Then in the same thread, they're talking about Trump and Epstein making a remake of Get Hard, the movie. And what happened in that movie, Get Hard? Well, it was a comedy about a clueless rich guy getting prepped for prison by someone that didn't know much about prison. And in the real world, they're laughing about who would play who. Well, you don't need a professional analyst for this one. Let's check out the main characters here, Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart, having a little back and forth. Kevin Hart being Epstein here, and Will Ferrell is, of course, Donald Trump. Check this out.
I mean, frankly, I don't feel like you're giving me 100%.
And we don't got to watch this part. I really
Yeah,
don't care
no.
about this
That's
part. I ain't trying to get
so. This is like the whole making of the meme here, from top to bottom. This is the whole thing. Okay.
And essentially, it all stems from Mark Epstein saying what he said. And then you know, some of the memes are funny. I will give them that. Like you got to give funny.
Do hand jobs.
No.
Like that one said, like Trump getting ready to hang out with Bill
I
Clinton.
kill with these.
You know, that's funny. It is funny. Like in that context, sure, no problem.
Yeah,
funny joke.
in general, you have to be able to laugh, even if it's the person you support. It's okay to laugh. You can even be offended and still laugh. I promise your heart will thank you in the 20 years that you're still alive because you're not offended by everything.
No one's infallible to a good ribbing, okay? Or a good...
Amen.
Yeah, exactly. Or a good... Well, I'm not going to say that.
Difference between me and you.
No.
Hence why you need to suck a dick. Come on, man.
Where am I going to find someone?
It's not looking good for the Trumper, folks. Here's a tweet I like to refer to as if Trump was honest.
So, I mean, he just goes over those two beginning ones and shows a few funny memes, and I wanted to get it from that side. Like, you know, all these pictures out of context. Yeah, it's funny. Look, he's grabbing his dick. Like, the guy who was posting these pictures, you know how many times I've seen him grab dicks? And, like, he's, you know what I mean? Like, the guy in the chat who said, haha, nope. All right, like as a joke, like he's making fun of Trump for doing that. But when he gets drunk and crazy, it's funny for guys to do other, you know, stupid shit to guys, like fart in their face, you know, nut tap them, you know, like do all this crazy. But like this picture, like whatever one-off it may be of Trump reaching allegedly for Trump's privates is supposed to be like, oh, look, see, he blew Clinton. It's like just so weird.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
I mean, that's a fucking crazy stretch. What's kind of blowing my cat back a little bit right now.
Careful. Easy, Trump. What, Trump is?
No, yeah, no. I mean, let me check. No.
No, he's not down there. Get out of here.
But just like the reminder of how close these fuckers were. And look, yeah, I'm still
Like literal
Trump
fucker,
supporter.
like cock, like mouth fuckers were.
No,
I mean,
no,
close
not
these
the
fuckers.
literal.
Well, you called them
just the-
fuckers. That was your words, not mine. I'm just trying to clarify.
Well, these fellas here, they
Okay.
were buddies. They were homies. The Clintons and the Trumps were G units way back in the day. Like, I've forgotten. It's crazy because I fell so hard for the division of the politics once I got more invested in them. They were homies. There was a time. Shit.
So, like, but do you see the juxtaposition here? Like, this guy shows possibly pictures out of context.
Completely out of context.
He shows some funny videos of like Trump doing this while talking about blowing Bill Clinton. Like, haha, funny, funny, funny. But the first thing we just played of the Democrat actually texting Jeffrey Epstein, crickets.
Which is concrete. Yeah.
Which is
right.
Which is almost like 90% corroborated. I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't know how much more you can get than that. They've kind of corroborated the timestamps with what's going on here. You know, her question.
I think it's 100%. I'll go as far as 100.
I'm going to give a little benefit of the doubt. That's all. That's all. But come on.
Far more on the scale, far more weight and credibility to the Democrat that's buddy with Epstein during their little, Turner and Hooch moment versus the, completely speculative comedic take, the joke of it. What's reality? Haha, nope. Versus, I see the frustration. I understand it.
Yeah, like the joke is funny, but this idea that like, I'm just
Trump was a Democrat. I have not forgotten.
Listen, I'm just seeing what we can go to. Do you want to see the video that came out? Okay, so if we kind of keep on the idea real quick with Epstein, there's two more quick clips we got, and you tell me which one you want to play first, the Megyn Kelly one or the heartstrings video.
Fuck.
Because it does.
Heartstrings first, then Megyn Kelly.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. I'll read anybody's comment that's at the very bottom when I look up at the screen. All right. So there's no bias here. The sitting Congress peep that was on Epstein's payroll, that looks bad. Word. Can we give them all their own comedic name? Oh, yeah. We've been talking about that. We got one for Candace Owens later. Thank you, Glenn Sharp. Candace Blowens.
Candace Blowens. I like it. Way to go,
all
Glenn.
Right. So this is being they're trying to make this go very viral. It's a brief video, and it reminds me as I'm looking at it of the interview Marjorie Green Taylor just did with CNN, which was it was interesting to say the least. But all right, let's see what we got.
And keep in mind what Megyn Kelly is going to talk about too.
Oh yes, indeed, absolutely.
I suffered so much pain.
So much pain.
So much pain.
I suffered so much pain. I was 14 years old.
I was 16 years old.
I was 16.
17.
14 years old.
This is me.
This was me.
This is me.
When I met Jeffrey Epstein.
This is me when I met Jeffrey Epstein.
There are about 1,000 of us.
1,000. Whew.
Well, that network. I mean, I don't know if you saw that
he convicted
documentary
for 1,000
that was
of
very
them?
successful on Netflix. That network started small and grew, and it's just absolutely sad. I don't, for lack of a better term, outrageous how much it grew in our own backyard in Florida.
Was he convicted for all 1,000 of them, or are some of them like?
I mean, he
bullshit. And no, I'm saying, are some of them like kind of like they can't, corroborate? Like, was he convicted for 1,000? I guess is a question I could ask.
Given the documentaries that are available, with I recognize a lot of them from the interviews they gave. There's plenty of fucking cooperation.
No, I believe it. I'm just saying I didn't know if he was like convicted for all 1,000.
Oh yeah, no idea there. No idea.
Hopefully he was. I mean, Jesus. One can only hope. Let's finish it. Let's finish the heartstrings here.
I'd like to read this. Thank you, no reply. Always insightful. Plaskett, though, was focused, on hitting her $250,000 goal. A $30,000 donation was a feasible ask for Epstein. He had donated generously to the Democratic politicians from the U.S. Virgin Islands for years. In exchange, recent court filings say he got $300 million in tax incentives and was able to fly girls to his islands without customs batting an eye. By the way, to those of you that are not familiar with some of our returners, supporters, whatever you'd want to say, No Reply has a channel. He does research for many other channels as well. Thank you.
See if I can send that over. God dang, that was interesting. Thank you, No Reply. Appreciate that.
It will continue to get bad until morale improves. Legion Commander. Tragic. Okay. More than 1,000.
It's time to bring the secrets out of the shadows. It's time to shine a light into the darkness.
Release them all.
I'll stand by that.
You still wonder why'd you wait till now to release them, you know?
This, I mean, going off of CanCon's information, it's being painted like there's just a deeper story at play and it's all going to make sense at the end. But you know what? I'm so fucking fatigued with this 4D chess shit. I never quite got into Q. We as the American people want answers, no more games. So I'm just too damn tired to entertain anything else.
Yep. All right, last one here. This is in regards to Megyn Kelly. She's kind of in a little bit of hot water for this comment a few days ago now. But this person says she's running cover for Jeffrey Epstein with her comment right here. You tell me. You be the judge. It's an odd comment. I don't know what the purpose of the clarification is, but I don't foresee her. I don't foresee Megyn Kelly being nefarious, like she had. You know what I mean? Like it's just like maybe.
Yeah, I do. Watching her grow from where she was as the pundit or talking head on Fox to where she is now, I have a little bit more respect for her, and I always assume her heart's in the right place. But let's see. I've not seen this yet. First time, real time.
As for Epstein, I've said this before, but just as a reminder, I do know somebody very, very close to this case who is in a position to know virtually everything. Not everything, but virtually everything. And this person has told me from the start, years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile. This is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this, but that he was into the barely legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls. Okay, and I realize this is disgusting. I'm definitely not trying to make an excuse for this. I'm just giving you facts. That he wasn't into like 8-year-olds.
What? Yeah. What is she trying to establish here? A child is a child. I understand teenage and then like infant, child, teenager, still child. What?
Is there like a different bracket? Is there supposed to be like a different name for like a certain age group? Like I don't see the reasoning for like the
distinction.
Yeah, exactly. Why are you trying to distinguish between the two? Like, okay, underage, right? Can we just say underage? Move on. Do we really have to be like, well, not really pedophile, but more like barely legal? Underage, right? Okay, cool. Gotcha. I get it. That's all encompassing, isn't it?
Okay, I'm struggling with the whole. If her heart's in the right place, like, was this a Freudian? What the fuck was this? Why?
Yeah.
Why? Will more video make this make sense? It doesn't make sense.
Possibly. Let's keep going a little bit.
Giving you facts. That he wasn't into like 8-year-olds, but he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were, but would look legal to a passerby. And that is what I believed, and that was what I reliably was told for many years. And it wasn't until
maybe the implication there is like again, this is a stretch, but just like he liked to choose people who, or ladies, like even boys, I have no idea still, in this age bracket who had a certain look to them, like she just said, who looked older so he could get away with it. But like either way, I don't understand the need to distinguish between the two. That's where it loses me a little bit.
For whatever reason beyond my imagination, is she trying to offer a framework as to why this empire was somewhat successful, why so many were able to go unnoticed, by framing it like, oh, they
possibly
were,
I mean, like if you go over to an island and see, bunch of 8-year-olds walk around with like waiter tables, you're like, okay, this is looking weird, right? But if then he has, as she's saying, like, 14 to 15 to 16-year-olds who kind of look legal, maybe someone's not questioning it. I don't know. Those people already, in my opinion, you're already kind of playing with fire if you're, around young girls like that and think everything's on the up and up. It's like, wow, every girl here looks just about 18. It's kind of odd. Okay, no problem.
I hope she makes it very, very distinctively, decisively clear with her next words.
We'll find out.
To a passerby. And that is what I believed, and that was what I reliably was told for many years. And it wasn't until we heard from Pam Bondi that they had tens of thousands of videos of alleged, forgive me, they used to call it kiddie porn. Now they call it child sexual abuse material on his computer, that for the first time I thought, oh, no, he was an actual pedophile. I mean, only a pedophile gets off on young children abuse videos. She's never clarified it. I don't know whether it's true. I have to be honest. I don't really trust Pam Bondi's word on the Epstein matters anymore. Yeah, so I don't know what's true about him, but we have yet to see anybody come forward and say, I was I was under 10. I was under 14 when I first came within his purview. Look, you can say that's a distinction without a difference.
No, it's not.
I think there is a difference. Yeah. There's a difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old,
Megyn Kelly, everybody. Megyn Kelly.
Yeah.
I guess the distinction between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old would be 10 years. Would that be the distinction, Megyn? Maybe? I don't know. About 10 years?
That's just about it. I mean, no more you could really fucking add.
I think the only thing we could kind of go off is what you were kind of trying to help her out with, or imply, and maybe kind of what she was doing too, is like they present as older than they are, and so that why that way nobody questions them while they're there.
Right. Under the umbrella of hiding in plain sight, if that's what it is. It would have done her a favor to have been more clear about why she was even dissecting that.
Like, dare I risk to do the joke I did before as Norm Macdonald, but it does sound like a Norm Macdonald joke. Like she's like, hey, I like them barely legal girls there, but hey, all those guys who like them 8-year-olds, not for me, you guys are scum of the earth, that's why I stick with the barely legal girls, I got a little more morals than that, it's like, what? It's like she's like kind of doing that in a sense, like, well, if it was, the barely legal is all about the 8-year-olds, whoa, you know what I mean?
If she would have had Louis C.K. or Norm Macdonald sit in for her to explain this, it would have.
It's got to be.
It's got to be Norm.
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald would have done a way better job than Megyn Kelly here.
Yeah, of course he would. Hey, hey, how dare you? You got to stick in the age bracket I'm in. The 14 to 15. You're a gross guy. You're going down to those 8-year-olds. How dare you do that? Like,
without the grace that I gave her, I am gonna say, despite me being somewhat of an admirer, she fucked up. This was gross, Megyn Kelly. Sorry.
I would like to know more of what she means. Like, does she really because she did kind of answered the questions we were asking, like she said, like, if I'll go back right here, like something about if you don't think you can if you don't think the distinction is good enough.
First came within his purview. You can say that's a distinction without a difference.
That's a distinction without a difference, like meaning 15-year-olds, 8-year-olds, it doesn't matter, right? So I don't what the F could you mean by that? Like under 18, no, Megyn Kelly, no matter what different bracket you want to give them, no.
This dropped today?
No. This was maybe like 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Okay. No, I will be personally looking into the backlash and whatever she has to say as a result. But okay, Megyn Kelly, you've had your time.
Yep. There you go. There you go. I can't wait to see what some people do with that segment, if you know what I mean. But we'll see. We'll see how they rock and roll.
She's
see if they're
using
that
the
smart or
DSM.
not.
Yeah, silly magic. Well, she said she didn't say that.
So
thank you, chat, for just engaging again.
Is the P word, like, does it have a distinctive age in the DSM or no? Well, you just said, so I'm just trying to ask, like, what you just said.
No, I don't personally know. Just somebody was pointing out that there is something about that in the DSM.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's as far as I know.
So, like, it's like to me, in this instance, it's like being too technical, being too definitive, playing semantics too much. It's like, in this moment, it doesn't matter. You don't got to do that. We don't got to be too technical on this word, Megyn. Like, we get it. You know what I mean? Like, I got it. You're trying to be a straight shooter with what facts are, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter,
Yeah, no. When it comes to this, dear Megyn, come on, do better.
I think you get the same punishment regardless of whatever age under 18 you get caught with, correct? Like, no matter if it's this
across
or that.
the motherfucking board, man. Yeah, universally, globally.
I don't understand
not globally.
I don't understand her delineation tactics here.
Unless you're in, the fucking Middle East. Oops.
Nope. Yeah, then they love that shit over there.
Yeah.
You can marry a 9-year-old, but you can't do V things until they're 9.
All right, what's the other Megyn? Do we have another Megyn?
Gross. No, but you can't call them gross. How dare you? But they're allowed to.
Fuck that. Gross.
Ugh.
I'm very vocal sometimes to a detriment of my issues with some of the shit in their Quran, but it's been pointed out to me that the Talmud sometimes is no better. I'm willing to, and I know Mike Guyver, you'd like to have a discussion regarding that. That time will come, I promise.
We're edging a little bit. We're edging a little bit. Like we are going to get into some Candace stuff, but we're kind of on this really gross topic. Why not get to the Brad Sherman thing? Him on the flight, looking at allegedly some naughty stuff, allegedly or allegedly not. Before
compared to this is a fucking palate cleanser. Yeah.
No, compared to this, you're like, dude, let the guy just do his thing. What's going on here? But listen, you can't do this shit next to people. I think that's the biggest problem.
So as you pull this up, context. This is a Democrat guy.
Yep, Democratic Representative Brad Sherman denies looking at porn on a flight, blames the X algorithm for salacious pics on his iPad. How dare you, X? By the way, he was on xxx.com. He fucked up. Get it?
Okay.
Like that?
I see what you did there.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Democratic Rep Brad Sherman denied looking at porn on the flight after photos of him staring at racy images on his iPad went viral. His mouth was agape. He was looking at it like this. It's not a good look. And his little belly was hanging over the iPad a little bit. Check this out. Ready?
Okay, that's the perfect picture of gross. Gotcha.
Oh, there he is. Hang on. I'm going to try to zoom in for us so we can all see it. Let's see. You know what? We're going to go full screen for this one. Let's see if I can move this over.
Don't worry, this is legal. Okay, just as a fucking elected representative, not the best look, especially with how he tried to explain things.
Yeah, this is perfectly fine. Check this out. Zooming in. I'm going to bring this one up so we can actually see it. Everything.
Oh, Tech knows exactly where this is going.
Look at this guy.
Sorry. No, C-Fouls. I always blame Elon Musk for everything too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly. He's like, no, I wasn't. Look at his mouth right there. Look at his little belly hanging over the iPad. And you see the girl, her mouth's open. Kind of looks like she's got no clothes on, but, who knows, right? Let's see. Is there another picture? There's another one. Look at him touch his iPad. There's a girl right there. There's a girl below his finger. This isn't just a simple scroll by, all right? This look. Oh, he's in another one. Look at him. His little mouth is open. Oh.
He is breathing out of his fucking mouth here. Yeah, she's got a bra on. Okay, tame.
So he responds. He says, listen, this was nothing more than me scrolling through X, and unfortunately, Elon Musk has ruined the X algorithm to give people content they do not ask for or subscribe to. Unfortunately, though, the Los Angeles native who introduced an article of impeachment for Trump in 2017 told Punchbowl News that the risque shots popped up in his For You page. He gave the quiet part out loud. He has a problem of doing that. Listen,
clearly,
this popped up in my For You page. I had no idea this was going to happen. No, buddy. That means you click on these things or when you're scrolling by a picture, you hang on to that picture for a hot minute before you keep scrolling by, buddy. That's all that means. He's like, nah.
It's the algorithm just showing everybody around you that this is what you look into, man. Own up to it. Make it simple.
He can't. He's denied looking at porn or having any issues with pornography. And then he says, if you have to fly across the country, you look at a lot of stuff on your tablet, titties included. He didn't say that part. He says, I must have looked at more than 1,000 posts, he said, adding, if I see a picture of a woman, I might look at it longer than a sunset. Yeah? Honestly? Yeah. I can't get on this guy. I really can't. This was like a little act of subterfuge, as if we were going to like jump down this guy's throat for like looking at women. But like, no, actually.
Hey, God bless him. He's an older fella and he's still alive.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe be a little more discreet by it, maybe give, one of those while you're looking, just do something. Don't let the person sit next to you. But, the elder folk, they give no fucks about what they're doing. They're senile. They don't care. You might start jerking my gherkin next to you, lady.
I like no replies take in general, and I fully agree with it. You know what? The majority of the progressives are just mad that he's not gay. Exactly. That's what it is.
He was looking at cis women?
Cis white women? No.
And just to give the idea that he gives the quiet part out loud, right? He says, no, I wasn't looking for this. It just popped up in my For You page. He gave the quiet part out loud. That means, what do we say? He looks at it. He lingers on it. He's clicked a link or two before. That's why it's in his algorithm, all right? So if we dial it back about 8 years, we go back to 2017. And
as we told you earlier, Congressman,
he's going to be talking to these two sassy ladies. You know what I mean? Sassy. Fox News always puts on the sassy ladies. So he's a little taken aback by what he's seeing right now. He's got a thing for the ladies, as we all know. So again, what does he do? He says the quiet part out loud. He's trying to impeach Trump right now, but he's like, you know what? Y'all are hot. This isn't going to work. I just want to see titties.
Brad Sherman has introduced articles of impeachment against President Trump.
The congressman joins us live from Washington, D.C. Thank you so much for being here this afternoon, Congressman.
Good to be with you.
With Mr. Trump experiencing 85% approval rate among Republicans, where do you expect this to go?
Well, at this point, I don't expect it to lead to impeachment of the president.
What are you doing?
Then what the fuck's the point?
What are you doing? No, shush. What's the whole point of Brad? God damn it.
Well, he's admitting it's basically a dead in the water virtue signal. It's just
like
no, it's just he wants to send a message, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah. He couldn't text.
Doesn't this shit cost money? Isn't this
us,
funded by
sure,
taxpayer
sure,
dollars to
sure,
make all this shit happen?
sure.
He knows it's dead in the water. He's going to push it, and at the cost of taxpayer dollars, he doesn't give a fuck that he knows it's not going to pass. Just to make a fucking point, to pass a stupid message that's not going to stick. He's going to have all the money spent because it ain't his fucking money. Just wow.
You want to know why it's not going to stick?
Because it ain't true.
Fucking said his intention with it. It's like, you got to keep that part in your fucking head. And then if it fails or succeeds, then you're like, see, yeah, the whole point of this was I knew it wasn't going to succeed, you see, but I figured it might sway Trump's people around him and help him govern better. No, but he says that before it even gets anywhere. So why would you, like, as somebody who knows, like, now you know there's a plan out there to try to get you to change your mind, and it's by somebody you don't like, why would you then say, oh, it worked, the plan got me, even though I knew it was coming, it still got me. Listen
what's this fucking moron's name again?
Brad Sherman. Sure, man.
Okay. I got a little Brad Sherman fatigue, dude. This dude's a fucking clown.
Republicans, where do you expect this to go?
Well,
at this point, I don't expect
nowhere.
it to lead to impeachment of the president in the foreseeable future. As to an immediate effect, there is some hope that this will trigger, along with many other things, an intervention in the White House.
You see what I mean? Like, you're giving, like, now that you're saying that's what you want to happen, it's not going to happen. It's not like The Secret, bro. Like, The Secret doesn't work in politics. You don't, like, if you will it, it will happen. If you talk about it on Fox News, it will happen to the Republicans. It's not how this works. Like, he should have just tried it, you know, let it do its thing, let it see its course, and then made comments on it. Now everyone knows his stupid ass plan is to just see if he can get Trump's people to help him govern better.
I'm so glad we have geniuses that represent their constituency. Fantastic.
Damn it,
hope
Brad.
that this will trigger, along with many other things, an intervention in the White House, where the staff will sit down with the president and get him to govern in a different style. Because if he's able to provide competent governance, if he's able to stop announcing foreign policy by tweets at 4 a.m.
Bro, just the way this guy talks, you can tell, bro. One pair of titties wrecks this guy's day. Like, this guy's off the, like, he sees one pair of unexposed breasts. That's it, dude. It's like a crackhead stumbling across like an eighth of crack on the ground. Like, it just triggers something in him. Like, he's got to, no, I got to scroll for more titties.
That would explain the mouth breathing when he was actually scrolling.
Exactly. All this guy needs, pair of tits. Wouldn't have tried to impeach Trump. That's it. That's all that would happen.
Where's Stormy Daniels when you needed her?
You know, I tell you what, man. I tell you what. Sorry, Brad. Appreciate you, Brad. Brad Sherman, everybody. Brad Sherman.
Donkey of the fucking day. All right.
Ugh. Now, you want to do a little Tucker before we get to Candace?
Oh, yes.
This one you've been waiting for, Eli. You've been waiting. You've had a thing or two to say about a one Ben Shapiro. All right. And let's see how close you are to your opinions as far as Tucker's opinions on Ben Shapiro. Let's see if you feel the same way, if you share his opinions, if you think Tucker went too far. And then after that, I know you have a little fun facts for us for the Mr. Shapiro. So let's go ahead and get to that very fast. Listen, if you are hanging out, listen, having a good time, if you give us a like, a subscribe, we much appreciate that. We are a show that runs off of absolutely nothing but pure passion and emotion and fun. So when we see that you guys are having fun, that means we're having fun.
Thank you for all of those side conversations that are occurring in the chat. You are our life's blood. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Add to that little thumbs up. Remember, we are being ratioed. People don't like everything we have to say. Maybe sometimes you could see why, but we will die on that sword. And please subscribe. Leave a comment after the video if you want to go all the way. Thank you.
Hell yeah. All right, here's Tucker. So the first thing he says, it's a little bit of Jew implications, in my opinion, but he says, He's proving Ben Shapiro wrong that Tucker was for Maduro.
He said something like, well, Tucker Carlson's, for Maduro. Maduro, the communist leader of Venezuela, who I guess we're on the way to killing or something, forcing out, regime changing him. And he defended Maduro. Didn't, actually. And Megyn Kelly says, well, Tucker said in his show that Maduro, most people didn't know this, whatever his many faults, I wouldn't hire him as an economist, okay? But whatever his many faults, has the most socially conservative country probably in the hemisphere. So Venezuela, it's just a fact. I mean, I didn't make this up. I'm not in charge of Venezuela. Just noticing that Venezuela has banned pornography, banned abortion, banned gay marriage, banned sex changes, and banned usury.
Tucker loves all that, by the way. He's pumped for all that.
It seems to be. And briefly, for this lovely side comment, hey, Zen Moken, shout out to you. Thank you for participating. He's got a lovely comment for us, Josh. This isn't a show. The only rational question I have is, sir, what the fuck are you watching then?
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
You literally, make it a show by watching it. So protest your own protest and, get the fuck out of here. Or keep watching. All good to me.
I know. I take that as a compliment. Thank you so much, Zen. We appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us on this Not Show.
Yeah, you're right. We're more organic. I dig it.
Much appreciated.
All right.
Much appreciated. Here's a little more.
All right, Tucker. I'm ready for you.
We don't have credit cards with 40% interest in Venezuela. Okay. Ben Shapiro responded this way.
Tucker's made the point, I'm not going to here to be Tucker's defender, but he's made the point that Maduro is culturally conservative.
Who gives a shit? The guy's a communist dictator. Everyone in his country is eating dog. He's shipping fentanyl to the United States to kill Americans. Why do I give a shit whether he's
love it
anti-LGBTQ
when
rights?
He curses.
Who gives a shit? I do. I do. I'm not moving to Venezuela. I'm not pro-Maduro. But I care about that. Why wouldn't I care about that? I've got kids. First of all, I'm against abortion. Sorry, unpopular. I feel that way. I think it's really sad. I would personally become poor to end abortion, voluntarily become poor to end abortion in the United States. That's not a choice. Don't want to become poor, but I would because I care about it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're offended that I do, but I care about it. Lots of people care about it. I don't think pornography is good.
I just think Ben Shapiro's point was yo, cool. He does 3 things that align with conservatives, but how about all the other fuck shit he does? And Tucker's no, I get, listen, I hear your fuck shit and I understand that, but those 3 things, pretty cool though, right?
So, yeah.
That's the vibe I get from Tucker.
A couple things I find amusing. For one, Ben Shapiro knows that the audience kind of loses their shit when he curses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to me, that's exactly. It's cheap. It's a cheap move for Ben Shapiro, the man that prides himself in being eloquent and using all the $10 words.
Is it though?
And he says one fucking curse word. Oh my God, the crowd goes wild.
May I ask you though? Is it cheap or is it tactful? Meaning, do we know? I mean, right? Ben doesn't usually curse, right?
Typically,
right? So when he curses, we know Ben's on one. We know Ben's crashing out. We know Ben's really passionate about this topic. So I would argue that it's a little tactful in the sense that he's oh, when he's cursing, he's really passionate about it. I would argue that.
That he's just making it clear that he's very sincere about the points he's making.
Yeah, like there's a little tactfulness about the use of foul language.
Yeah, I guess for the guy that doesn't curse much, sure. Yeah. Flowers for Ben.
It's and it is a Trump move too, because politicians weren't cursing that much, and then Trump was I don't give a fuck.
Another thing I find amusing about okay, Tucker's commentary here, I can't question the man's sincerity. I'm not him. We can only speculate, obviously, but he just said he would be voluntarily poor if you could eliminate abortion.
He did.
Oh, yeah. All right, Tucker. Very impressive, sir.
That's what I mean. Tucker's no. Maduro does some bad shit, but those 3 things, pretty dope though, right? I mean,
yeah, we completely fixated on those and ignoring all the other atrocities.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's you can critique him for that. Be all right, that's a little you're kind of only focusing on the things you like about Maduro, as opposed to, or at least in this instance, it feels like in this debate, he's just being like, yeah, but those conservative things about Maduro, I do respect, as opposed to like being more waitful as opposed to things he does not respect about Maduro.
Normally, we're very critical of people that, cherry pick just for the sake of glazing the things that they like and completely just ignore the other things.
As well one should.
Because I care about it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're offended that I do, but I care about it. Lots of people care about it. I don't think pornography is good. That really hurts people. I don't think pretending that the sexes are the same is good. And you claimed that you didn't think it was good, but it turns out, quote, I don't give a shit. Maduro's against Israel. Oh, okay. I don't give a shit. Well, you spent like a decade pretending you did give a shit, that you were on the side of like normal Americans who have a mix of concerns. They definitely care about economics and they care about social issues too because they have children and they see where this is going. It's not good. That your economic condition is not the only measure of health. Your spiritual condition matters too. It's just a fact. It does. If you're totally degraded, it doesn't matter how much money you have. It's not worth it. It's not worth getting the whole world and losing your soul. Sorry. And most people feel that way, but not Ben Shapiro. He doesn't give a shit. So why the hostility? Well, maybe because if you keep talking about the so-called social issues, which are not limited to abortion and pornography and gay marriage, the trans issue, they get pretty quickly to economics, to usury, to lending money and interest.
Who lends money and interest, Eli?
Need I even spell it out? I think everybody knows.
Christians. Yep.
Oh, no.
What?
Fuck you. Really?
Oh, no. Well, what were you thinking?
I was lost in the sauce, man. I have no idea.
You weren't thinking Jews, were you?
I mean, they seem to be very popular this day and age, sir.
Kind of stereotypical of you, don't you think? I don't think Tucker would suggest something that crazy. Okay.
Dearest Tucker? No.
No.
And most people, including me, are not against lending money and interest, conceptually. But it depends on what interest rate it's being loaned at. So there are payday loans in this country that,
especially like 0.05 Israel. That's a fucked up interest rate. You gotta be careful of those. 0.18 Israel. That's a lot of interest.
0.18. Is that what you said?
Yeah, 0.18 Israel. It's a lot of interest.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like even 1.1278 Israel is a lot of interest, no matter which way you splice it.
Well, yeah, it's interest. Shit.
Yeah, especially from Israel.
Namely.
Yeah.
are 600% annually. 600% interest annually? And who's taking payday loans in this? Well, poor people are. And they're never getting out of it. They're car loans. They're credit card loans. There's private credit. You used to call it loan sharking. At exorbitant rates so high that people will never get out from under them. They're enslaved by it. It's called debt slavery. It's 100% real. That's not an ideological point. It's just an obvious observation. And it was one of the observations that Charlie Kirk was making on a daily basis before he was assassinated, which is interesting. And it's that kids are buying food on credit. Buy now, pay later. That's credit. You're paying interest on that, whether they call it that or not. Late fees. People are loaning you money at a much higher interest rate than, say, rich people are borrowing money. And that's bad because it's really hard to get out of it.
That's his first point.
I mean, he is describing, I hate using this term, so I won't say systemic. There is a system in place. My little tinfoil hat moment is it kind of fucking started during COVID or 2019, 2020, and it's been like in full swing now, where successfully the working class is perpetually kept in debt. Add all the elements like DoorDash, Uber Eats, all this shit, where everything's so damn expensive, or even groceries. Everything is just so exorbitant and expensive. It seems like it's pretty much by design that everybody stays as fucking poor as possible.
Can I ask you, and I'm guilty of this too, but do you think we all deserve to live? We all deserve to kind of, like, if we're working, we deserve to enjoy the time off that we're not working. Do you think people make the wisest choices with their money?
Fuck no.
Right. So like, is what's hurting, and again, I'm playing devil's advocate here. It's not necessarily that I believe this, but is the fact that people are going to the grocery store making people broke, or are there certain maybe indulgences, hobbies, things like that that they're not giving up, that they feel like they're deserving and or entitled to, that goes that go beyond just groceries?
Oh yeah, accountability has to be involved here if we want to have a genuine conversation. So of course, that the onus is always going to be on the individual. My only perception is I do believe, and again, if you don't understand, it's okay. I just have this own little half-baked theory of mine that, everything got pushed so digital, nobody could go anywhere, and people grew accustomed to suddenly paying way more money for what used to be the cheapest shit. And even worse, going out to get it themselves less.
I don't
and
think
that's sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
No, that is one of the little exorbitant, kind of entitled activities that people do that they should give up, relying on these features and apps to get the shit that they would normally have gotten themselves. Just makes the bill bigger.
I do think prices have gone up, but also I also think the value of the dollar has gone down. So
absolutely,
it's gone up to maintain the similar cost ratio that it once was, but it seems higher right now because the dollar is less than what it used to be worth a year, 2, 3 years ago. So a lot of that is just the dollar value going down, that now other things have to go up to compensate for how much less each dollar is actually worth.
Well, look, a big part of my day to day is being in a grocery store, and definitely credit to what you're saying, 100%. Also, things are just more expensive too. Aside from the, I guess, applying or adjusting for the inflation as well.
I just think things are more expensive because of that, because we print money like that, because, you know what I mean? Like yeah, but touche. Both don't necessarily have to be true. You could be right. I could be wrong. I could be right.
I think both can be true, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like the value of the dollar has gone down while things have gone up above that compensation price.
That, I don't think that's a far stretch to believe.
Heard. Yeah, I can vibe with that. I can. Tucker's going to go on. He's going to say he's going to let Ben Shapiro talk about his worldview, and then Tucker Carlson will give his opinion on that worldview. So this is the second thing Tucker is kind of calling Ben Shapiro out on.
That give a window, not just, and I hate to be mean to poor Ben Shapiro, who's clearly going away as a media force. I hate to be mean to him. But
Eli, you got something on that end, don't you? Like, Tucker's saying he's going away as a media force. Didn't you point out to me earlier that his subscriber numbers are just like in a downfall?
Oh, we're talking about Ben Shapiro?
Yeah.
Right now? Yeah, buddy. So starting in November 8th is when people started to really pay attention. Let's face it, our nation, the country, almost on a global scale. I'm sorry, this term has become so popular in our current lexicon. Just like black fatigue, Israel fatigue is a real thing. And as a result, especially after Charlie Kirk's untimely demise, a lot of focus, a lot of questions, everything has been pointing at why we have been giving so much to Israel and what do we get out of it in return. So as a result, I think a very good thing to look at and pay attention to, here's Israel's mascot, right? I believe Ben Shapiro is an Israel first, not an American first American. That's a problem. I think the Jewish American people, not the Israelis, the Jewish American people need to have somebody that has an American first stance, that will call out Netanyahu for aggressive expansion and all the shit he does that's nefarious. He lost 20,000 subscribers in a very small span of time. Everything in his analytics are going down. This is a reflection of a great shift within our country right now. Americans are changing their mind. You'll still find passionate subsets that will say Israel, the chosen people, we're allies forever. That's not the current case. That is not the world we're living in. We are a part of something changing.
I'm on Social Blade right now. Social Blade, you can take that for fact. Eli, you sent me a picture, and I just wanted to kind of double check that picture. But indeed, you are correct. On Thursday, November 6th, he lost 10,000 subscribers. That'd be right here, minus 10,000. On Wednesday, November 12th, he lost another 10,000 subscribers. So that does stand in line with that 20,000 figure. If we keep going down a little bit more, right now we're okay. Like right now he's maintained, he's not lost. But you're right, he's lost about 20,000 subs. He does have a lot of subs though. He's not. He's got 7.2 million subs. So losing 20,000 really isn't anything at all. To be quite
essentially, it's a drop in the fucking ocean, as pointed out by like Why You Mad here. 20K is nothing with millions.
Yeah, no, it's
100. 20K is small numbers when you. Yes, understood. I'm just saying. I do believe personally, my own opinion is that this is the beginning of something that may get worse. Simply that.
Dude, I really would like to play that these like maybe 2 minutes of that Tucker Carlson Matthew Crooks thing before we get to Candace. Right, like last week on Friday when we had CanCon on, we were talking about Tucker had just released his 30-minute documentary on Matthew Crooks, and if you have not seen it, I highly recommend to check it out. You can find it on X. You can find it on YouTube. It is really good. It is really thorough. And we're going to play for you a quick segment of that if you have not seen that yet. And in a roundabout way, it gives the idea of what this documentary is attempting to go for. Again, attempting to go for. It's not long at all. We're not going to play the whole thing for you. You got something, Eli.
Yeah, before you play it, my question to those of you in the chat, again, thank you so much for engaging, sharing your opinions, your comments. It's all good if we're not agreeing. That's what it's all about. I see already GJK is a Nick Fuentes fan. So this is my question to all of you. Do you believe that Nick Fuentes is a racist? Simply put, 1 in the chat and enter if you think that is the case. Period. Simple as that. You don't even have to bother with hitting 2. Just 1 if you believe Nick Fuentes, despite him being as based as he is.
Hold it down.
As I
Hang on.
Some of you say.
Yeah. Hang on. 1 second. Hang on. I'm sorry.
Do what you got to do. Yeah. It's okay, brother. Handle what you got to handle. So, Shamrock. God bless.
I'm stuck.
1. It's okay. Don't care is absolutely okay. Fucking Shep, you never fail. I wrestle a lot with Nick Fuentes. Okay, I'll be honest. My background, I've said it too often, and I don't want to be the dead horse here again. With I have family. If you go far back enough. Jewish family. I am Christian, but my grandma who has passed, she was like a second mother to me. My experience has always been positive. I've never heard of Christian hatred or any of that. But when I hear some of the things, and maybe I need full context, but when I hear the things that Nick Fuentes has said, I'll go as far as allegedly. And we had somebody that called. His name was Julian. And if you're here, hello, we're happy to have you. Discussion is important. The man literally said, Nick Fuentes said Hitler was onto something. Okay, yeah, my opinion is going to be, and if you disagree, we're not kicking you out. I think that's extreme. I think that does make him a Hitler-loving racist. I am willing to try to get more educated. I want to understand him more. I want to listen to everything I can, as much as I can consume, to have a better understanding, because I don't want to just go off of sound bites. I don't want to go off of other opinions of anyone else. So I guess I have myself a little mission. Yeah, regarding Israel, if he's calling for the complete destruction of it, I'm not siding with that. It's okay to care with your own people. I care about Jewish Americans. I'm not going to say I don't care about Israelis, but my priorities are not the Israelis' priorities. Okay, I don't care for their expansion. I don't care for our money going to them or their money fucking with our politicians. I am not pro-Israel. I am pro-America first. That's my stance. America first, period, end of story. Simple as that. That's not racist. That's anti-Jewish, right, or anti-Zionist, right? Sometimes I get so caught up in the semantics of this discussion, and it can be very frustrating. All right.
Finish this little bit of Tucker.
These remarks were especially notable because they came at the final phase of Crooks's YouTube commenting. At that point, a new character emerged into the conversation.
Oh, I forgot. We're starting the new one. My apologies.
Let me do a very stupid, vague shout out. So please, Josh, don't elaborate. Marmart Binks, our last episode, since it matters to you, thank you for watching or whatever, bud. Appreciate it. We didn't cover Candace at all. We did 5 fucking hours without talking about Candace Owens. So you're welcome. I don't know. Wiener. He came in just say, LOL, talking about Candace again. Yeah, fuck yeah, we are.
Hey, man, hey, I saw you tried vertical, bro. Good job, finally.
Oh, yeah. Hey, flowers to you. Good job. Continue.
Looked like that
Keep up the great work.
That was your most viewed stream. You probably paid for bots on that one, but listen.
Well, I sound like a Nick Fuentes fan.
Fanboy.
I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to find out for myself. Traditional Catholic. I had quite an experience with the Catholic Church. Not the extreme version you may think. Just wasn't very. It didn't do much for me. All right, so
we'll continue with the Tucker thing real quick. And this Tucker guy right here, he's about to break down some things about Thomas Matthew Crooks. Right. I'm going to show you something. I got somebody on hold, like they think they got us, but I just answered the phone and I turned the volume all the way down. I just put it off to the side.
I just hear screeching.
Yeah, I know. But no, I turned, okay, yeah, you do a little bit, right?
Yeah, no, it sounds like somebody just, like a possum that just got hit by a fucking moving tire.
You're gay. There you go. No, but I'm leaving it on. You're on the line. Okay? There you go. So, as you said before, I said it before, we talked about this Tucker thing. Everybody, hopefully, maybe have seen it. If not, no problem. But this is like maybe a 2 to 3 minute segment of this clip. Please check out the full thing.
These remarks were especially notable because they came at the final phase of Crooks's YouTube commenting. At that point, a new character emerged into the conversation, a user named Willie Tepes, who started pressuring Crooks to commit violence. For example, quote, "If a gun and a badge is all that is needed."
So mind you, if you recall, the government came out and said, this Thomas Matthew Crooks guy, he didn't have a big online presence. We couldn't find a lot of shit online. And they did say that. But as you can see right now, that's not the case. And he started going a little woo-woo, a little crazy online. And then all of a sudden, this guy, Willie Tepes, came out of nowhere, all right, and responded to Thomas Matthew Crooks. And what Tucker's going to point out is after this response, Thomas Matthew Crooks said nothing else online.
Oh, okay.
And he's going to make some correlations as to how open he was to, indoctrination, how open he was to because he really flipped script for a while. For a long time, he was very on the right. He was very like a right guy. And he slowly started to change his mind, so to speak. Started to get a little more radical on the left, which is, you're like, how did that happen? I wonder how that's, started
to... I personally know how dangerous that is.
What the jumping off point was, how did that start to occur?
And real quick, guys, I'm watching that yet again. It happens here often. The real-time ratioing, okay? People that just the prank callers, whoever, the people that refuse to like us, they are trying to hit those dislikes. So please feel free to continue the engagement of the discourse. Please hit the thumbs up if you can. Subscribe if you have yet to. God bless.
Let me do a little inside baseball for you real quick. Ready? Check this out. Instead of mentioning the haters, just say, hey, if you're enjoying what we got so far, give us a like.
Okay.
You know, don't let the haters get one up on us. Like, they can call all they want to. As soon as I try to show their number on the phone, on the screen, they freaked out. You called the show that's online. What else you want me to do? You know, oh my God. Okay, well, I mean, you called in. You know, what do you want me to do? You know, shit, fuck. You didn't say this was a private call. I put the number up on a public fucking show. So there you
Information well received is just, I find it amusing, but I will kibosh it that there's literally people going out of their way to be like, free speech. Yeah, okay.
Who's saying no to free speech, though? Like, did we say
the
no to free
fuckers that are
speech?
thumbs downing?
No, but like, what are they downing, though? Like, our free speech? Are we saying to not have free speech? Like, why are they downing it?
Well, I'm just calling out that is a challenge that we face. And it fucks with our appearance in the algorithm.
I don't like what you're saying.
Exactly.
Got you, heard.
So let me cry about it, yeah.
Especially notable because they came at the final phase of Crooks's YouTube commenting. At that point, a new character emerged into the conversation, a user named Willie Tepes, who started pressuring Crooks to commit violence. For example, quote, if a gun and a badge is all that is needed, then authority obviously comes from the barrel of a gun. We have more guns than they do. There is no way we can avoid a war at this point, so you better just get used to the idea. We have nothing to lose and everything to win. And the alternative, a global police state, is unacceptable. Nothing in life is simple, but that is no argument against doing it. So who is this Willie Tepes? Unfortunately, we don't know. The FBI hasn't made any mention of him in public, although they certainly know he exists. Just days after the shooting, somebody screenshotted Tepes' YouTube account page, despite the fact he had very few followers. To the extent that he can be traced online now, you can find his username being used on a foreign Antifa website. Those sites link him to the Nordic Resistance Movement, which has been designated a terrorist group by the U.S. State Department. That's
You hear that?
Willie Tepes is in Norway, and he is a Fed. Interesting, and yeah.
His name is being used with Antifa, and it's being used on this Nordic Antifa website, which has been designated a terrorist organization.
Yeah, Antifa is one of the most extreme, radical.
Whoa! They don't got a home base. They don't got members. What are you talking about, bro?
Antifa is just an ideology, guys. We don't have. You can't have groups for an ideology. You literally can.
What, are you not anti-fascist, bro?
That makes you the bad guy. Now you're a Nazi.
I was blind, but now I Nazi.
You can find his username being used on a foreign Antifa website. Those sites link him to the Nordic Resistance Movement, which has been designated a terrorist group by the U.S. State Department. That's all we know. We do know, however, that Crooks' online footprint abruptly ends after his encounter with this mysterious figure, Willie Tepes.
And before this, in this video, they go on to show you that even if Matthew Crooks' YouTube and a lot of his social media was scrubbed, what wasn't scrubbed, Eli, was people's responses to what he was saying. So what's still available is people responding Matthew Crooks, saying, oh, bro, what are you, blah, 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 blah. So those are all still there. Hang on. Let's see what we got.
Jesus, really? Wow.
Hey, what do you like? Grown men?
What do you like on your pizza, bud?
What do you like on your pizza?
Show his number.
Oh, wait, hang on, ready? Here we go.
Send me the number.
562-568-6576. California, 562-568-6576. Give him a call. We can prank call just as much as you can. Gotcha.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. You just did a great job. 562-5678. I missed it.
I'll send it to you in the Zoom chat. How about that?
Oh, I don't mind putting this shit on blast. He's prank on us.
Yeah,
Oh, that's the terms of service thing, right? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Like, who the fuck knows?
Fuck 'em.
Ready? I'm gonna send it to you right now. That
Okay.
way, I mean, you know what we could do is we can call him live right now back. You want to call him back live?
Oh, I'm so down. Yeah, I want to give him my number
562, There you
too.
go, 562 dash and 68 dash 6576. Okay, boom, there we go. Let's try this. You know what? You want to fuck with us? We'll give you a call back, but you're probably not gonna call. You're not gonna talk like a person. You'll probably be a bee.
Let's see how this goes. Probably setting myself up for a world of pain because I'm not blocking my number.
Call him. Yeah, call him.
Yep, it's happening now.
See if
Let's
you get
see what.
through. He's probably watching, so he's like, I'm not gonna pick up. I'm a pussy.
Of course, he's from California. Absolutely, of course.
I can't pick up. I can't pick up because I'm a wussy.
Oh, it's okay if anybody that wants to say, "Oh, Trump cooks," you're not ruining my day. It's okay. Do your thing.
Didn't vote
God
for him
bless you.
twice. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he didn't vote for him. I did. All right, California, I got your number. We're gonna be best friends now.
That's
Okay.
funny too. California, we do too. You're calling our show. We'll call you back. Let's try
Pussy.
to call him back. Let's try to call him back live on the show. See what happens.
Oh no, I just called. He didn't respond.
Of course they won't. Maybe
no.
Maybe that the show's calling. They might pick up. I know you're watching, California.
He's got bitch in his blood.
I don't. I'm not prepared for the phone call.
It's okay. He's probably one of those types, I don't know who I might be referring to here, that only responds via YouTube live streams and or video. All right, hang up on this fuck. Fuck this guy.
Welcome to your wireless carrier's voicemail system. Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice message system. At the tone, please record your message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, I just want to let you know that I enjoyed a fantastic time with your mother last night. She enjoyed myself as well, specifically my member downstairs. She gobbled.
And oddly enough, she says that I was bigger than you.
Yeah. Well,
And
I
I
mean,
don't mean
listen,
you, Josh. I mean to the guy.
No. She actually whispered in my ear while she was gobbling me. She's like, Eli's the biggest. Like,
Yeah,
she said that to me.
but-
I was like, well, this is not something you should say to me.
She was
right
including
now. Oh,
the
they're
son,
calling back.
though.
Hang on. And there you go. And then your mother gobbled our penises.
Call from.
Oh, that's ominous.
Your mother gobbled all our penises. How you doing? How you doing? Your mother gobbled. She's a gobbler.
What is that Hitler?
I don't know what they're trying to play, but we can't hear it.
It's
just
not.
like-
It's not working.
Yeah.
Feel free to call my personal number. You have it.
It's good though. It's a good try. It's a good attempt at it, but like nobody can hear what you're doing because like you're playing something, like you're playing a song in your car or your truck or some whatever. You probably got a truck, knowing this caller. Playing a song in your truck, and and look, I'm gonna try to get them busted for a song in their truck because I'm playing a copyrighted song.
Weak sauce. Kibosh this motherfucker. But the point I was
There was
trying to
nothing
make
there
is that-
though. There's nothing kibosh. It was just annoying.
The point I was trying to make is that the mother gobbles the son, and she was commentating on the fact that I'm larger than her son.
They're
Okay.
if you call them, they are self gobblers, right? Is this what it is?
Definitely a gobbler. All right, now, Tucker.
Service on. Okay, we'll go back. Now, finally, Jesus H. Sorry about that.
That's all right, Butcher. I know it ain't you, brother.
Sites link him to the Nordic Resistance Movement, which has been designated a terrorist group by the U.S. State Department. That's all we know. We do know, however, that Crooks' online footprint abruptly ends after his encounter with this mysterious figure, Willie Tepes. Regardless of whoever Willie Tepes is or was and what his motives may have been, who he may have been working for, there is no doubt that Crooks was ripe for recruitment by someone. From early 2019 to mid-2020, as his political views were
Look at
evolving,
this.
Crooks searched for Trump more than 700 times online.
We were told that he really doesn't have an online footprint.
Right.
He really
Yeah.
wasn't active online. He searched for Trump more than 700 times in this specific year.
Kind of flies in the face of the narrative.
Yeah,
there. All right.
That Crooks was ripe for recruitment by someone. From early 2019 to mid-2020, as his political views were evolving, Crooks searched for Trump more than 700 times online. He also searched for Jack Ruby, the man who assassinated Lee Harvey Oswald. He then submitted queries for craziest chemical reactions, cars running over protesters, best places for mass shooting El Paso, Trump Civil War, Orlando shooting reaction, firing an AR-15 as fast as possible, fertilizer bomb, how to make napalm, how to...
These are all things you would think if the FBI, like, these are all things you think that when you search them, it goes right to the FBI. And they're like, all right, we got to check this out. How to make a fertilizer bomb? All right, we're on it.
Yeah, you'd be led to. I mean, I have grown to that conclusion over the years. Yeah, is that not the case? What the? Okay.
I mean, the
What
first
fuck do they
one,
do?
Jack Ruby. You know, Jack Ruby, the guy who shot JFK's assassin.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
It's a weird one, right? That's a weird
Uh-huh.
one. It's like, wait, what the fuck?
The
Just
man
a
who
smidge.
assassinated Lee Harvey
What's that?
Just a
smidge.
smidge
Just a
of weird.
smidge.
Oswald. He then submitted queries for craziest chemical reactions, cars running over protesters, best places for mass shooting El Paso, Trump Civil War, Orlando shooting reaction.
If he was like a radio guy, he'd be like, top 10 mass shootings. You know, like he'd want a list, you know, top 5 best mass
Yeah, like
shootings.
Mojo's top- yeah.
Exactly. He'd want like a cool list style. Like, all right, yeah, it's definitely cool.
Firing an AR-15 as fast as possible, fertilizer bomb, how to make napalm, how to make a Molotov cocktail, mass shooting Canada, Oklahoma bombing, and sniper in Dallas shooting. He also searched for American Nazi Party.
To be honest, like this is my search query too. You know, as soon as I hear about a shooting, I'm like, Dallas shooting. I want to know all the details about the gruesome shit and just the inner workings of the timeline and like, you know, people thought, you know, everything is fine. Look at me. I'm just doing this and that. And all of a sudden some dude comes in and kind of ruins your day. So like, I don't know, you know, my search query isn't this, whoa, wait, don't look at my search query. Whoa, hold up. I'm out.
Yeah, it's a. I don't even mean it as a flex, but you know, anybody could go through my fucking search history from the day I got this thing, and I've got nothing to hide. Like legit, I'm proud to say that. I know that sounds so icky, virtue signally, but it's the truth.
No. Like you mean like you're not. What you mean is you're not ashamed of what people would find.
Yeah,
on
no,
your
that
search query.
ain't not a bad fucking sus thing here. Nope.
But like, is any of this like? Would you be far-fetched to search the American Nazi Party is what I'm saying. If like, for instance, let's say something happened in society and, you know, the AZP was involved. You're like, the American Nazi Party, what the fuck? What is the American Nazi Party? And then you search that. Does that mean you like the American Nazi Party? Like, is seeking information validation for things that you like? Just because you search it, does that mean you like it?
Yeah, one can speculate. It's curiosity. I mean, look, I'll tell myself.
I
when
hope
was,
you could
like,
be one as well as I could be one to vouch for that. Being like, just because you search for something doesn't mean you like what you're searching for. You know,
Right.
like you. Dude, POU era. We could be searching for some crazy shit going on in the fucking Middle East. Does that mean we condone it or like it?
super context for any of you, all of you. I used to run one of those edgelord channel pages on Facebook before Zuckerberg came down hard on everybody, and we just find the grossest stuff, you know, unaliving. And,
What was POU?
Offensive
What
humor
was
and
POU short
everything.
for?
Huh?
What was POU short for?
Please offend us.
Right.
That was literally what it was all about. It was great while it lasted, but yeah, with that context, that probably alarmed some folks, right?
Yeah. Well, now we know how to do it in 2025. Is like whatever you do in these groups need to be posted in a comment. If it is just the comment with the fucking salacious thing, you're gonna get flagged. But when if you check the comments, and then you go to the comments and you see someone say, hey, look under the GIF, and then you click the GIF comment, you know what I mean? So it's like 3 remove now. So if you go 3 remove now, you can post the crazy shit inside this group. They don't look that deep. before
Oh,
we were like,
okay.
all right, here's fucking live leak video of this going on. You know, like Facebook kind of changed it up a little bit.
That explains what I've been seeing
But
on fucking Boomer.
But like the point is, you know, just seeing somebody's search history doesn't really kind of pinpoint them as
yeah, no,
a bad
we're not
person.
Minority reporting, right?
Man who assassinated Lee Harvey Oswald. He then submitted queries for craziest chemical reactions, cars running over protesters, best places for mass shooting El Paso.
All right, I would give him this. All right, the one that says best places for mass shooting, I wouldn't search for that. You know, that's one I can cross off my book all willy-nilly. Like, nope, definitely ain't gonna search for that one. You know, chemical reactions. You ever mixed tinfoil with there was a
Dude, I had the anarchist cookbook.
I don't even know if this was in the anarchist cookbook, but there was a toilet bowl cleaner called the Works. And if you took a 2-liter bottle,
All right, should we be describing this?
Nope.
Okay.
But it would just make a cool firework, right?
Okay,
you
gotcha.
took 2 separate substances and you would put them together inside a bottle, and if you would close the air off, and it matters what these substances are. So obviously, me just describing what happened after the fact has no relation to telling you how to do something. But when you put these 2 things together and close the lid, if you waited like 30 seconds, you know, the 2-liter, the 3-liter bottle would would expand and go boom and do like the loudest fucking explosion you've like heard this side of July 4th. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Big dog?
copy that.
Yeah.
And so I think I also understand everything that's being described here and as to why we're playing this. So
Oklahoma bombing and sniper in Dallas shooting. He also searched for American Nazi Party, German national anthem,
Here he goes.
1933, 1945, Hitler's speeches with subtitles, neo-Nazis, and, quote, why gays need to go.
You get that one?
So here you have a volatile, troubled,
Sure
possibly
did.
mentally ill young man with a long record of espousing violence in public. The FBI clearly knew he existed. And then you have, at the very end of his years commenting in public, espousing violence, an exchange with a mysterious figure affiliated with a group that we know is being monitored by the U.S. State Department. It turns out that around the same time that Thomas Crooks was making these searches and posting overt threats of violence against public figures on YouTube, the FBI was issuing contracts to private sector tech surveillance firms to harness the power of mass data collection tools that would monitor social media for people just like Thomas Crooks. It's hard to imagine that Thomas Crooks, who was making these posts publicly and in his own name, had not been identified and looked at closely by federal law enforcement. In fact, it's impossible to imagine. What do we know? Well, we know that the FBI had access to these YouTube comments, and rather than giving us valuable information about them, giving us a sense of why Thomas Crooks did what he did, they used a selective read of those comments to lie about what Thomas Crooks was thinking. 2.5 weeks after the attack on July 30th, a source familiar with the investigation told CNN that, quote, federal investigators are looking into a YouTube account possibly connected to Crooks in which the user espoused political violence as well as anti-Semitic and anti-immigration themes. Well, of course, it wasn't possibly connected to Thomas Crooks, as the FBI knew full well it was Thomas Crooks' account. There was never any question about that. And yet the same day, the FBI's then deputy director made the same dishonest claim before Congress. The week previous, then FBI Director Christopher Wray publicly questioned whether Trump was even shot.
With respect to former President Trump, there's some question about whether or not it's a bullet or shrapnel that hit his ear.
In February 2025, the New York Post reported that, quote, the FBI has obstructed efforts to solve the mystery of why Thomas Matthew Crooks, who left no manifesto, did what he did. And this fact, said the Post, left local law enforcement as well as Crooks' former friends, classmates, and teachers frustrated. The level of lying and obstruction is shocking. Less than a month after the shooting, Congressman Clay Higgins of Louisiana, a former police officer, traveled to Butler to conduct his own investigation into what happened. When he arrived, he discovered a disturbing fact. The FBI released Crooks' body for cremation 10 days after July 13th. This wasn't known to the public until Higgins arrived in Butler on August 5th, when the coroner told the congressman, quote, he would never have released Crooks' body to the family for cremation or burial without specific permission from the FBI. The timing of Crooks' cremation is notable. The day Crooks' body was burned was also the day the House Homeland Security and Oversight Committees had begun their investigations into the shooting. The fact the body was cremated made it impossible for investigators outside the FBI to verify the coroner and autopsy report. You can't do a new tox screen because the body doesn't exist. These remarks.
So there you go.
That's a lot of sus.
There's some shit going on with this case whole like.
That is a lot.
I had no idea. I really had no idea.
Story.
I really had no idea. Did you have this much clue going on with this whole Thomas Matthew Crooks thing?
I honestly had no idea. I was apprehensive to go further, but like now I'm kind of left with like a complete befuddlement as to how all of those events were able to occur to the conclusion it did.
Because it did kind of just go away, right?
It
It
is a
Trump almost
ghost.
got
It is
killed.
it's an echo. People don't talk about it. It is crazy. It reminds me of I don't hate using this term. It reminds me of some fucking crazy psyop, man, like a Mockingbird style thing.
Yes.
Like, what in the fuck? We got oversaturated and inundated with so much more information, so many distractions that it just kind of got forced out and pushed out of our subconsciousness.
And in that documentary, Tucker takes you down that road, because before Thomas Matthew Crooks started to, verbally and out loud and publicly hate Trump, he was very much on the side of Trump. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he kind of had this switch, and then he was he started to have this really, really radical change in him. And then, as Tucker points out, he meets this or starts to have correspondence with this Willie Tepes character. And after that, his social media, his online presence goes dark.
You would say definitively, like, we just kind of came to an agreement. That's all really strange, right? So what would you say to this comment? Shout out Nathan outside. That video made you befuddled. Yeah, it's called a gaslight. Is he? Can you elaborate? Are you referring to all of those events that occurred and then we're being gaslighted by how it's being treated? Or is Tucker Carlson being accused of gaslighting us? Please feel free to confirm.
What's the gaslight?
That's why I'm asking for any sort of confirmation.
Seems like everything that Tucker has brought up seems to be verified by facts and other stuff being truth. So I'd love to know what was gaslit there. That'd be nice.
Yeah, no. Just and to confirm it for my own peace of mind. Oh, no. Oh, it might be a bot because he spammed it twice. The same shit.
Hell yeah.
The video made you befuddled. Yeah, it's called the gaslight. All right, well, Nathan's outside. Thank you, buddy.
I love a good bot.
If you're real channel.
Love a good bot. Thank you, Nathan's outside. So you want to go on to Candace's latest video?
Bring that shit on.
I mean, we can start with that. I mean,
channel was made 2023. Okay. All right. Anyway, yes, please go on.
We do have her 3 latest videos.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do this. We're gonna skip a lot from her 263, and let's go to this. Let's do this.
Do you want to hear the answer real quick?
We'd love to.
We got it from Mr. Nathan. Tucker is a gaslighter and a pro. Interesting. All of that information that was.
What does that have to do with what he said, though?
I mean, that's my question. I mean, every bit of data that he just covered and showcased to us, let's say for the sake of argument, yeah, we're utilizing him as a source. I can nearly guarantee you, because I've done it many times when I started on this show, I'll go and do my due diligence and fact check every claim. 95% certain that it's all going to match right up. Where's the gaslight? Where's the gaslight? All right.
There'll be no answer for that.
Here's someone I'll accuse of maybe a smidgen of some gaslighting here and there with the implying.
Candace?
But I do believe, yeah. But I do believe, do I say heart's in the right place? You know what? The jury's still out. I support her tenacity. Just sometimes the way she goes about it, I'm not a fan. But what do I matter? I'm one person out of many.
I think I'm a little more hard on Candace Owens than you are, and I would almost go and say that her heart's in the right place.
Okay.
I would almost stretch to say that
I hope so.
But she could be a little, like, there could be some things going on upstairs, but still her heart's in the right place, but yet she's so kind of
There's a lot of emotions involved, you know, so given that.
So we're going to go over the first two ones really quick, but she actually gives Taylor Lorenz some flowers here, which is pretty crazy. But she's going to check this out. Check it out. This is from
go back to that
263.
Taylor Lorenz tweet early on. She's a hardcore lefty, yet in the immediate aftermath of Charlie's death, she said, "It's wild that Candace is the only right-wing figure that I've seen posting in a way where she seems genuinely devastated to have lost Charlie as a friend." Why did she tweet that? Well, I have an answer for that now, Taylor, now that I'm seeing straight, because it's becoming very clear to me that Charlie was a product to everybody else. He was not a human being. He was a product that they felt that they had manufactured. That is my honest opinion, and I am entitled to that opinion, okay? And not only did they think that they had manufactured him, they felt that he was now malfunctioning. He was malfunctioning. And we're not going to let this go. We are not going to stop speaking about this topic because I sense that we are getting very close because they are very angry. And we should recap very quickly the verifiable lies that we have thus far been told.
Here we go.
By Turning Point USA themselves, which apparently they're trying to say it's off limits. So now you can't call out all these lies that Turning Point USA has told you. This is what they're trying to struggle session us into because Erica Kirk is now the CEO. So they're off limits. So
do you see how one could get confused? Like, do you see in which how she says, and you see, so Erica Kirk is now the CEO, so you can't condemn them. So is Erica Kirk involved, and she will go always on to clarify no, but like when she says shit like that, do you understand how people can conflate the idea that she's kind of implying Erica Kirk is involved? Because now you can't question it because Erica Kirk's the CEO.
So am I to take it like as a layman outside looking in, she's essentially using Erica Kirk as like a chess piece that was utilized as a shield, either beknownst or unbeknownst to her, Erica Kirk, right?
That's how one will take it, and we are going to play videos in the most recent episode that are going to give clarification into this thought process and idea, and maybe a little more explanation than we have gotten in the past, 50 episodes from Candace, because in my opinion, it all has been very vague. One was always able to make this assumption that she was grouping Erica Kirk in this or not. And she's going to talk about some certain people, and I'm in that group of people who kind of gathered that idea from, in my opinion, how loose she was talking around Erica and how she was mentioning TPUSA. So I will definitely, there is one instance where she said, Erica Kirk didn't ask enough questions, and I will take that and I will stand by that and say, just saying that kind of does implicate Erica a little bit by saying she's not asking, she's not doing enough, but she's never once came out and accused Erica verbally of being part of the assassination, knowing what's going on. She's never said those words. She's in fact said kind of the opposite, in the sense that if Erica asked Candace to stop talking about it, quote, Candace would.
All right, I got a question and a statement. My question is, anybody in the chat, please answer honestly for this. If you don't mind, for the engagement's sake, hit 1 and enter. Do any of you believe that Erica Kirk, to some extent, was in fact involved? 1, enter, please. Secondly, my statement is, standing my ground very firmly, it's a line in the sand, and I filled it with concrete. I do not believe at all that Erica Kirk was fucking involved. And to my knowledge, very loosely, I'm an old fella, I do believe that Candace Owens highly implied that she was some kind of a plant by Mossad or something.
Okay. May I ask you then, as somebody who's a smart person, all right, if I say she's not involved, okay, or if I allude to the fact, or if I say things that sound like I'm saying she's not involved, but then I say she's part of Mossad, what are you to conclude yourself if I don't fill in the blanks? Be honest with me, man.
of course.
But okay,
blame-
but like you did just say that you don't believe she's ever implied that, but then you just said
Wait, what? No, I said she
No?
did imply that.
Oh, I thought you said, or were you playing a role?
No. First, I made it clear that I do not believe Erica Kirk was involved.
Okay.
And,
That's what I misheard. You're saying you don't believe Erica Kirk was involved.
No,
Gotcha.
nope,
Gotcha. I'm
nope.
sorry. That's on me. Yep.
Okay, yeah, all good.
But you believe Candace has
implied it, giving that whole backstory.
Yeah.
And it's asinine. I mean, stranger things have happened, but I mean, fucking the onus is on those with the claim. You show me something concrete, more than hearsay, more than history.
And she hasn't done anything to kind of really go against those claims. You know, like every
No,
now and
she
again
has
she'll
not.
fight them like we'll see in the new video. But like, you know, a lot of people thought it like and apparently we'll find out why a lot of people thought she was tied to an Erica Kirk an accusation in the new video. So we will get there. Give us a moment.
They're allowed to lie. No, that's ridiculous. We will not be following that. Here's our list, and this is by no means definitive, okay? Just getting this together briefly.
So here are the TPU verified lies, which is this is interesting. This is interesting because
We got ourselves a list.
We got ourselves a list, and also the list
I do
starts
appreciate
with
everybody
the word,
expressing in the chat. There's a lot of people that do believe that Candace has lost her way. She's in it for the money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry.
That's different than what we normally see in this chat. So thank you again. By the way, I won't do the whole thing this time. I'll just say thank you for engaging. Please feel free to hit the thumbs up, subscribe so you can see us every time we go live. God bless you.
Guys at Turning Point USA has told you this is what they're trying to struggle session us into because Erica Kirk is now the CEO, so they're off limits. So they're allowed to lie. No, that's ridiculous. We will not be following that.
Right. That's what I mean. You just said, so now Erica Kirk is a CEO. They're allowed to lie. Like, how do you not, how does one not inadvertently think that,
There's
okay,
no other way.
you're
There's no
implying
other
Erica
conclusion.
Kirk is lying because she's the CEO. Like, she's involved in the lie.
I know this is a bold statement because I'm generalizing, but I don't think there's any way one can interpret that. So that is my opinion.
It'd be silly to argue that one couldn't. You could argue how maybe you could take it a different way, but I think you'd be remiss to think you can argue that there's no way you could take that implication from that comment.
Right.
Here's our list.
There's sorry, real quick
please,
comment
please.
from Jen is Manly, Spain. Okay. What money is she gaining by attacking people bigger than her? Look, I want to make it clear that sometimes I'm a Candace fan and sometimes I am not. I'm stuck in the middle, but that is a crazy statement. That's crazy work to me. Have you been in a live stream of hers perchance? She gets $200 to $500 every 2 minutes. She reads 4 to 6 sponsored ads. She is making a literal killing by doing what she is doing. I won't entirely call it a grift, even though you cannot deny some aspects that are really familiar to a grift. But that aside, it is a business, and she is conducting one.
She calls all of her watchers decentralized intelligence agents.
She does indeed, as I learned.
That's a very craftful way to call people, like your followers, your listeners. Like, she's giving them this like idea that, like, yeah, we're helping, we're out there, we're looking into shit. Like, she's giving, like, you know what I mean? Like, there is this teamwork makes the dream work mentality when I listen to Candace. I know I'm helping out kind of vibe.
She is planting the seed for people to feel parasocially involved. We're all one big family doing this together.
Yeah.
And this is by no means definitive, okay? Just getting this together briefly. They told us these lies.
Josh, can you admit it to Megalove real quick? Yes, Israel paid us. Here we go. That's what Israel paid me.
Megalove is the name.
Megalove 6214. Yeah, this is
Megalove. I don't know how you did it, but you
cracked it. You cracked it.
I like Israel. Like they've just Venmo me like $14, and dude, you caught me. Like, I'm sorry.
Dead to rights.
Fuck.
We'll do our best. And Michelle saying we're not listening, we're literally doing that right now, and I'll try to listen harder. Thank you for your concern. Thanks for being honest. Yeah, because this is also fake money, but yeah, sure, we'll go with it. Oh, Josh, what are you ashamed? Were you deactivated? Or did he just like pull a Weekend at Bernie's on me? Is that a mannequin? I don't know what happened.
I'm ashamed, dude.
Oh,
I can't show
yeah.
my face. I was caught.
See, Mega Love, by God.
Damn it, Mega Love, you son of a gun.
She's glad she cracked the case. Well, we're glad that you're glad. God bless you. Welcome to Stuck in the Middle.
GB, Mega Love, GB. All right, let's listen to Candace's verified TP USA lies. Again, the big word here is verified, okay? And you tell me how many of these lies are verified, okay? Sorry I had to get close to say that word, but verified.
Verified.
Getting this together briefly, they told us these lies. The amazing, heroic, magnificent Mikey McCoy had blood all over him. That's a lie, told by Pastor Rob McCoy. Charlie was a committed evangelical who only liked Catholic architecture. That's a lie, told and reinforced by Alex Clark and Andrew Colvett. Lie number 3 is that Charlie's neck stops a 30-06 bullet because Charlie ate salad, he had strong bones, it was a modern-day Christian miracle. That's a lie. The offender is Andrew Colvett. Another lie, Charlie never blinked in his support for Israel. Offender, Josh Hammer, Bibi Netanyahu, insert Zionist here, many Zionist, Christian Zionist influencers as well. That turned out to be a big lie, an unnecessary lie. Lie number 5, the magnificent Mikey McCoy called his dad first. That's a lie, Rob.
Is it?
Oh yeah, the Mikey McCoy thing. We have we do not have a way of
we got his call
that.
logs though. We got his call logs though, right? Don't we?
Like I'm really trying to recall because I know we've played all of this, and there was what was it? An inconsistency, right?
Yeah. His dad said he had called him first, but then like he or Erica said that he called them first.
Yeah, right. Yep.
So Candace
and there has been no logs produced.
Verified. Like, but you got the call log. She's like, fucking nope, don't need him because I got testimony verified.
4 out of 5 ain't bad. 4 out of 5 ain't bad. You should not be offended if we catch her in 1. She did 4 out of 5. That's fantastic.
Yeah, listen, you know how you would not get us right here if you just said TP USA lies. You got the fucking word verified out of there. Because to be honest with you, can we verify any of these, Eli? Come on, brother, man. Come on, brother, man.
Not all of them.
Okay, how about this? You kind of glazed over number 4, but how about this? Charlie never blinked in his support for Israel.
Wait, that was what that's what she said? That he never blinked?
But when was that even said though? I guess I guess she's saying Josh Hammer or Bibi Netanyahu said that, but like, you know what I mean? Like, check this out. You know,
yeah,
Eli,
lay on me here.
I'm Josh. You know, Eli, you know what? He never blinked in his support for Josh. Right? And then I die, right? I know you're blinking and everything, but like, could you stretch a little bit to say like, yeah, we had our disagreements, but for the most part, I was Josh. I was like, yeah, all right, you know, Josh is cool. Like, yeah, you know, I disagreed here and here, but for the most part, I never blinked in my support for Josh. That doesn't mean you didn't have disagreements, right?
Yeah, 100% accurate statement.
Right. So like, she's saying that's a verified lie that Charlie never blinked in his support for Israel, but like, yeah, no, obviously. Like,
that's common knowledge.
Like so like it's just a weird one to be like verified. Like, who said that? Bibi Netanyahu? Like, why is that's a verified lie that she quoted from the source of Bibi Netanyahu?
It feels like filler to add to the list to make it longer.
Right. Exactly. You know, Charlie's neck stopped a 30-06 bullet because he ate salad and had strong bones. It was a verified lie, Eli. We got the report, right? That said that was a lie.
Contentious as fuck. I mean, I know people. Hey, Ruckus, fuck Israel. I respect your opinion. They deserve their right to exist.
Fuck you.
That's all I'll say. They deserve to exist. I don't agree with their expansion.
I thought we were just throwing around fuck yous. Hey, Eli, fuck you. Hey, Chet, fuck you. You know? Okay, your turn now. Go ahead. Do me.
Fuck you.
Ah, you got me. Son of a gun.
Oh, no, it's not lost on me. I read that shit out loud, but you know, if I believe that if you believe that the entire Jewish people, because they are simply that, should all be condemned, I believe you're evil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you think they should all have been done with,
if you
or that even American Jews or people that don't support Netanyahu, which so many of them exist, I think you are pure hate.
If you are someone of the mind that believes all Christian people should be condemned because they're Christian, you're evil.
Yeah, persecution. Right? It's evil.
If you believe somebody should be persecuted because of their religion, you're evil. You're evil.
Regardless of the issues that, like, my hypocrisy could be said, I'd always rush to point out anything I can with the Quran, right? Yeah. So that would imply that I overlook other things.
But we're talking about two different ends of the spectrum here. Like,
yes, correct.
Just blindly saying someone's evil because they're a certain religion
is ignorant.
Is ignorant, right? And then on the other end, saying because of what this Jewish state is doing, all Jewish people are evil. That's just the same ignorance.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's the same on both ends. Like the extreme is extreme on both ends. Like, look at me pointing out the obvious here, right? You know?
Yeah.
The extreme's gone too extreme, you know? Okay, so like number one, though, ready? The amazing, the heroic, and the magnificent. Already 3 adjectives to describe Mikey McCoy.
Oh, goodness.
Who the fuck said that? I guess Pastor Rob McCoy said that about his son, right? Is he lying, though? Or does Pastor Rob McCoy, because it's his son, believe that his son is really amazing, heroic, and magnificent?
Another obvious.
Right?
Obvious.
She's not doing good here, man. I'm just trying to be real with you, okay? Number two, I'm sorry. Charlie was a committed evangelical who only liked the Catholic architecture. Like, does that mean like the like, you know what I mean? Like, we talking about like the architecture, the proverbial architecture, the makeup of the Catholic religion, or we are talking about the actual structural art design of Catholic architecture? Like, what are we talking about here? Because he was a committed evangelical who only liked Catholic architecture.
Yeah,
so weird. It was a weird flex, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
It's another one.
What's up, Catholics? What's up? Love your arky, dude. Love your arky.
It's not lost on me, by the way, chat. Like, if we simply glazed Candace, we know. I'll be honest, we'd be more popular. We'd embrace the grift, but by God, it doesn't do us favors sometimes to cover this shit. But we have to be true to ourselves, because if we're not true to ourselves, we're fucking lying to you, and we want to challenge ourselves by seeing different opinions.
Don't worry. As soon as we like something she says, you'll be right back with us again 100%. Don't worry about it. You know, it's okay to be a little, you know, you could be your own devil's advocate at times. Be like, you know what? I like Candace, but this thing I don't jive with. I don't like with what she said. So I'm not going to go with that. But why we're kind of covering this is because she said verified. She's using the term verified lies. Like that's like, some of these have just been opinions so far. Okay. We'll move on. We did number 5. Number 6, the Terrell was okay. Don't know about that. Terrell Modesta. Okay. Number 8, Ben Shapiro and Charlie Kirk never had any bad blood between them. That right there, you could say verified lie. I don't know who said that. I guess Ben Shapiro said that, Alex Clark. And like, so that's one of those other things where subjective.
It's an obvious lie.
Yeah, but it's subjective though. Like when Ben Shapiro says, I never had any bad blood with Charlie Kirk, He probably means
It's through his perspective.
But yeah, exactly. And also mean like, yeah, we have political disagreements. Like, what does she mean by bad blood? Like, did I hate Charlie Kirk as a person? Like, what does she mean by bad blood? We don't know. So if, if Ben Shapiro says, I have no bad blood with Charlie Kirk, I just disagree with his politics. That sounds like more of like, I don't have any personal issues with him. He's a religious guy. I can appreciate that. I'm a religious guy. We have a difference on what our religion is. We have a similar idea of what our politics are. Like they're close, but they do branch off differently. But other than that, I don't have bad blood for him.
Have you seen the exchange text messages between Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk regarding Ben Shapiro?
Yeah, she said like he told her don't concede or just like keep going or something like that. Like fucking
that you're bigger than Ben Shapiro. He hates it and all that. Yeah.
But that could be like a celebrity thing. Like, hey,
we have
Candace,
a group of friends and we don't talk like that.
Yeah, and just like him thinking like, Candace, you have so much more oomph than Ben has. I don't know why you're not more, you should be better than it. Doesn't mean what, in my opinion, what she's trying to imply. Number 9 is Charlie establishing Doe's was not unusual. TPUSA had financially audited the company every year since its inception. So they were trying to say that him wanting a Doge wasn't weird, even though what we just covered or went over, did we? That they were behind two different taxes. We didn't, because this is on the new one. Fuck.
No.
And Mikey McCoy was a hero that day. Offender,
right, yep.
Offender,
Disgust.
everyone. That's what you said. Offender, everyone. Ugh. Not a good list. Not a good list. All right, let's keep going. I forgot which one we're on, actually.
Dead air. What's going on? What are we doing?
No, my it's being stupid.
Oh.
That line.
Are we calling her a grifter, by the way, just to answer one chat? I'm saying sometimes. That's what I'll say. It's also
50,
part of the game.
50-50. Sometimes she's got some shit, and then sometimes she's grifting when she doesn't have shit.
Yeah. I think, everybody does that sometimes. Dare I say, even myself, perhaps. You'll look for something, if you feel you don't have something. But
this is the UVU
I can
thing.
Speculate.
Right here. Yeah, all right. So let's go to the UVU thing real quick. This is quite interesting. An interesting take here.
Has been pretty incredible. So going back to our timeline, I will remind you, it was July 18th. According to the local Utah News, they found this out. It was July 18th that UVU Turning Point chapter requested to have Charlie speak. That is very late in the day for a request. They're usually backed up entire semesters. Well, guess how quickly Turning Point headquarters not only approved it, but then sent people to campus to begin scouting a location almost immediately in early August. Within 2 weeks, they had boots on the ground and they were scouting for a location, and it gets worse, okay? I learned that after UVU showed them multiple options inside and outside, UVU recommended to Turning Point that they not hold the event in the amphitheater because of safety reasons. Not a good idea because we can't shut this area down. It's not a good idea because there's no control here. We cannot control the traffic, the flow of traffic coming in and out of this amphitheater. But Turning Point insisted that that was where they wanted to have the event. It was because Turning Point insisted that that event was then held outside. Now, I can tell you, having done these events, that was the first thing among many that struck me as odd, is anybody can just walk into that's the whole point of safety, is you want to make sure that these students, you're checking tickets, you have security looking at them up and down. Do they look weird? Who are we supposed to keep eyes on? This guy's weird. Let's watch this guy because he's mumbling to himself. The whole point of that, the reason why you feel safe going to a Turning Point event is because not everybody can just walk up and sit down when they want to, okay? You want to look people in the eye. Suddenly.
So UVU was like, hey, we want Charlie here. Then Turning Point USA was like, all right, yeah, no problem. And within like a week, a month, whatever it is, TPUSA had boots on the ground scoping out where they could do this venue, this program at UVU. UVU said, whatever you do, just don't do it in the amphitheater. TPUSA was like, you know what? I think we want to do it in the amphitheater.
So is that like, to me, it could be simple overconfidence on TPUSA, thinking they know they did it for years and they think they know better and they didn't heed the warning seriously. Or you can make this more nefarious than that. Of course, you could go either which way on this one.
I 1000% concur with what you just said.
And I think that's why it's being presented, because she knows. That's another strong implication. Listen, I tune into Candace Owens almost every fucking day, okay? I will say I'm somewhat of a fan. Sometimes I'm not. I don't have to convince anybody of shit. That's just we're calling it out. Where it's good, it's good. Where it's bad, it's what we perceive to be.
And like you're saying, a strong implication of being too confident. And I do believe it's the same idea, the same vibe. That's what his security had that day as well. We've done this thousands of times. Nothing's ever happened. We're complacent. We're not expecting something like this. And then boom, something like that happened. They had a strong implication of being too confident. They got too complacent. They got too confident in their own position. And that complacency, that confidence, or rather the false sense of confidence, allowed them to, pick the wrong site and oversee an area that was potentially and ended up being
vulnerable.
Very, very vulnerable. Yeah. Yep.
Real quick, also, guys, if you want to help us hit a milestone,
hold it down.
Remember, we're here for the challenges. Let's see if we can get to 2,250 subs tonight. That's just 8 more, and we will hit that goal. We appreciate you. Remember, open dialogue, open phone lines. Everybody's absolutely welcome to agree, disagree, challenge, present evidence, and have our discussion. Like Charlie Kirk has said, it's what happens after words fail where I have the great fear. What comes after that? Some people are so offended that we've implied that she grifts. If I called her nothing but a grifter, I misspoke. But I am not misspeaking when I say she has grifted. I am not misspeaking there. Oh, my host disappeared there. Let me see what some of the chats I missed. I've lost all respect for all. This is a very divisive thing, concept. She, by proxy, has become a divisive figure. I don't think maybe that was her intention. And a part of me, I do wholly believe, even though somebody commented earlier, they're right. Charlie Kirk and her weren't that close, towards the end, but they were close. And I think that matters to her. I think this whole thing has been traumatizing for her. I do believe she wants to get to the bottom of this. I do believe she's turning every stone for those reasons. But I also believe, knowing her as much as I do, especially if you look up her own skeletons, that she understands the business at play and how it works. I am not angry that she is as successful as she is, that she makes as much money as she is. 6 fucking sponsored ads, an endless stream of ad revenue, literally $500 donations every 2 minutes. I'm in those live streams most of the time. How can it be a crazy radical take for me to say she knows how to treat it like a business? Simple.
Yeah, she does, because she always ends with, and you won't believe what I have for you next. But we'll have to wait for tomorrow.
And it puts me at great danger, but give me a weekend.
Yeah, give me 1 weekend, and we'll be right back with it. Like, God, dadgummit. Not Charlie's friends betrayed him. I think we can move on to the next one.
That didn't matter to them. Turning Point insisted on having the event outside, despite UVU saying they communicated to them, they did not think the outside was the best idea because of safety reasons. So my question now is, which specific Turning Point employees went down and picked that venue outside? I want to know. In fact, I need to know, and I will know, right?
See, like, she's just, like, as we were just talking about, it could have been this thing of, like, being too, like, we got this, no problem. And she thinks it's nefarious.
Yeah, she's
okay.
immediately
Whatever you're
pivoting
gonna
to
do.
nefarious, where you just
that's
if
her
you're
whole
not
thing, though.
certain, it's not as entertaining, right? It's not as gut punching and clickbaity. If you say I'm not certain about this one thing, so it's far
1,000%
more
right. But Candace
enticing to
Owens is
say
well within her rights to
there's something here.
Keep
Business,
keep
remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So this is her most recent episode today. This dropped today. She literally titled this one like bombshell, like breaking news, and then after it comes out, it's called Operation Mocking Plane. Like the hype up name was a lot more than whatever the fuck this name is. But let me get to 145 real quick because she's about to say some shit. Okay, if I had.
I agree with you, Jay Scott. She is.
What did Jay Scott say? Do you mind?
That she's cute.
Yeah. Candace? Okay, never mind. Candace fit in your mouth. Otis feels so good. All right. Let's see.
Great accuser. He is the sower of discord, the author of confusion.
The reason I am
Whoa.
I'm an eyewitness to events, and they
hang on. I'm sorry. My
My
apologies. I might have timestamped this incorrectly. Hang on a second. We want that. That is the okay.
And just a refresher for anybody, not trying to destroy her character. I think she is doing amazing. She's charting. Project Autopsy 2018, where she literally was trying to create a platform on the internet to dox people that disagreed with her status quo. Secondly, her connection with the Tate brothers, her and her husband, very buddy, human trafficking allegations, not charges, and fleeing the country. Thirdly, has claimed and still claims to this day never benefited from racism ever, not once, but during her high school days, her and her mother, along with the NAACP, sued the high school for what, you ask? Racism. So we can't call her a saint.
All right, you guys, happy Monday. A little bit of history for you today. It was after the public execution of sitting President JFK in 1963 that the CIA established Operation Mockingbird. Deep state assassinations require deep state.
So we're already comparing Charlie Kirk to JFK.
Solutions. They spent an offensive amount of money to control the press and to control the narrative, to put an end to the public asking common sense questions about what actually transpired on that fateful day in Dallas. To put it simply, the deep state declared a psychological warfare campaign on the people. In effect, their soldiers were the journalists and the writers. Their goal, obviously, to get people to just stop asking questions, to almost criminalize asking questions via methods of gaslighting. Fast forward to 2025, and they're running the exact same playbook. Charlie Kirk was assassinated in broad daylight, and they immediately deployed their troops to criminalize asking questions.
She does a damn good job with the analogy. You're like, oh, fuck. I see where she's going with this now. Damn.
And it's engaging, it's compelling, it's enticing. Like, she gets you on that hook. You know, she knows what she's doing. By the way, thank you guys. We're just like 4 away from that milestone tonight. We always do a little celebration of sorts if we are able to hit a milestone. God bless y'all. Thank you.
What are you supposed to take from the everyone? You know what I mean?
I think the implication was dramatic, and I think a lot of people reading the tweets would assume that she meant Erica Kirk.
Either Erica Kirk is evil and was in on it, or Candace Owens is an evil.
I think that what Candace Owens is doing right now is evil. It is evil what she's doing right now.
Post Charlie, there was so much unity, so much excitement, so much resurgence in faith and newfound interest in faith, and that now there is discord, so many distractions, and that is just like Satan, who comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He is called the great accuser. He is the sower of discord, the author of confusion.
The reason I waited on things is I'm an eyewitness to events, and they said don't comment on things because anything you say can mess that up. I don't want to mess up any trial for the person who did this. That's 1,000% right. But Candace Owens is well within her rights to suggest certain things and all this, and she has the right to free speech and all that. That's fine. She's right to ask questions. I just think it is.
She is actually playing their videos on fast speed as well. That's why it's so fucking extra fast.
Hurtful and not helpful when you cross the line to strongly suggest
really quick. I want to get this one off my chest. I'll go as far as saying I do believe Charlie Kirk is as close in our modern day as we have come to an assassination of a figure like JFK. I think he was that big.
He's probably closer
He meant
to
a
MLK.
lot to me.
He's probably closer to MLK, because he wasn't a politician though. You know what I mean? Like
taking that aside, I mean, just I'm saying to me personally, you know.
Heard. Okay, yeah. Listen, you ain't wrong if it's to you personally. You're totally right. All right, you okay with that? You okay with that?
Yeah, no, 100%.
Okay, I'm just fucking with you.
Okay.
You good with that?
Fuck you then. All right.
He's guilty of something for which you have no evidence.
Challenge accepted, Frank Perrick. Let's go Max today. Welcome back to Candace.
So she's about to go Max on this episode. I guess she's got some bomb. She's about to play with us. So
This is the bombshell?
Well, she's leading into the bombshells, you know.
Oh,
She's
okay.
just,
A lot with the leading. Got it.
Yeah. One of her first big comparisons here is everyone coming out against her saying, you're not allowed to ask questions. She loves that.
Pastor Rob McCoy, let's not forget him too, because he's the spawn of naval psychological intelligence, psychological campaigns upon the public. And here's what he has to say about matters. Take a listen.
I want to read you a passage out of Romans. It says in Romans 12:15 and 16, rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those who weep. Be of the same mind toward one another. Do not set your mind on high things, but associate with the humble, and do not be wise in your own opinion. I think that's a fitting verse. I mean, we're hearing all kinds of speculation about Charlie and what he believed and didn't believe, and I just have to tell you, this is not the time for it. It's a time to minister to the family. They have a husband and a father to bury. We have a friend to bury, a brother to bury, a son to bury, and the world is mourning. And this is not the time to get clicks. It's not time to build your empire. It's time to just simply weep with those who weep. And it's time to just humble yourself and not make it all about you. It's about the...
Like, here's what's fucked up, though, right, Eli? Is both of those things can be true depending what's really going on.
Agreed.
And that's really, like, you know, the whole mind fuck of this whole thing is, like, you know, what side you're on as far as who did what. So, like, some people are like, no, dude, can you stop it? Let me just mourn my friend, let his wife just be and stop all this fucking implications. All right. This is what happened. And that's because they believe what they believe. Some would say that's because they're in on it. Right. And then on the other hand, people would say, well, no. Because you're in on it, that's why you're saying what you're saying. We need to keep asking questions. We need to keep diving deeper. This cannot rest. You're obviously somebody who's guilty because you want it to rest. You don't want us to ask questions. So, like, this is one of those, this is almost like is it like Schrodinger's cat or the opposite of Schrodinger's cat, right? Like, if you, like, Schrodinger's cat was like, the cat's either alive or dead until you open the box, right? But this is
so technically,
this is like both answers are out and you only know the real question until you open the box. It's like the opposite of Schrodinger's cat. Because Schrodinger's cat is the question, alive or dead, and the observer changes the experiment, so to speak. So, like, whatever, it could be both things until you put eyes on it and you say this is what it is. Is that what it is? Well, right now we have one guy saying this is the answer. We have her saying this is the answer, and it's like, well, I guess we're not asking the right question.
Yeah, I mean, astute.
Right.
You covered it. Yeah, I don't disagree.
Heard.
Lord.
You hear that, Christians? Asking questions is just, it's not about you. I mean, is there anything that they didn't try? You're making money off of this. It's unbiblical. Charlie wouldn't want this. His family is grieving. Not right now. Let's at least wait a couple of weeks. It's going to ruin the case. You'll get into heaven as long as you don't think about it. If you don't think about what happened on 9/10, then you're guaranteed a slot into heaven. I used to really lament the fact that I grew up on the wrong side of the tracks. Seriously, I hated that I didn't grow up rich. Who didn't, right? Who does not hate if you grow up without a lot, that you weren't just born into the right circumstances? And now I reflect on those feelings and I wouldn't change a single thing. I am actually so grateful. That's what I want to say today. I am so grateful about where I started my life in St. John's Towers. I look at that building now with such pride, and I am grateful to have not grown up with a silver spoon.
What I do want to make clear is I agree with both things. Like, they can both be true. You can absolutely openly mourn and ask all the questions you want, and you can also believe it's a time. What the gentleman said and what she said, even though I'm probably regurgitating the same thing.
No, I concur.
Right, like, there is no wrong approach here. And anybody that's going around and stamping their feet saying You shouldn't be doing that. You should be asking more questions, or you shouldn't be asking questions at all. Like, both are wrong approaches at one another. Let people do what they're going to do,
Yet
and then
both
critique
are
what they do
valid
after the fact.
Yet both are valid approaches for their stances. Like,
Yeah.
if you genuinely believe that this is what happened, the official narrative, you're like, please stop asking questions. Please stop ruining it, right? Like, please, you're giving too much credence to things that didn't happen. You're fucking it up, right? Or on the other hand, you're like, please ask more questions. You're doing a disservice to my friend. This is not what happened. There is more here. There's more that's going on because, you can't explain what happened. It's unexplainable. So you need this crazy thing that happened, like, for it to make sense. And then the other side is like, no, this is what happened. It's just this simple. So one side wants it to be simple and cut and dry, and the other side needs it to be this big, deep, covert, big thing that occurred to get rid of somebody to keep some other machine chugging along.
To offer an explanation to somebody that asked the question, where do you fall now on your percentage of official reports versus fuckery?
As far as Charlie Kirk?
Yes, sir.
As far as, okay, taking into all the new angles, all right, I guess I have to, I still believe somehow the Tyler guy was involved. Whether he pulled the trigger or whether he was tricked to go on the roof, I'm not sure. We'll get to more of the plane stuff and the other. I don't have anything that comes to mind that wants me to believe that another country was involved. And
no, it doesn't have to be country.
I don't
It could be
believe that our own
three-letter
government,
agencies too.
Yeah, but I don't believe our government had any reason to take Charlie Kirk out. Like, if anything, I'm more to the side of something that happened from TPUSA from within. I can go with that. But as far as the government wanting to take out Charlie Kirk, that makes no sense to me. It makes a lot more sense that he was onto some shit going on as far as finances, as we could play. And then he was becoming aware of some things, and people didn't want their positions figured out. And, they hired certain people to do certain things, and that's what happened. So that's my opinion.
I am of the belief my percentage has lessened on the official report a bit. I'm now maybe 65%.
Oh, right. That was I'm about where I'm about 60 to 65%. I was at about 75%.
Yeah. So just for context, our believing the official report is lowering, actually, the more we cover. I do entertain the idea that our government may have done this for a multitude of reasons. Distraction,
Tell me a reason.
What distraction
is the purpose
from
for
any number
government, especially like the current administration, who essentially was massively helped out by Charlie Kirk. Like TPUSA, right. You could argue that had a big influence on getting Trump elected and this administration into power. So then why would this administration want to take him out? Compelling.
Making him a martyr for their own cause, even though it backfired. Thinking that maybe they could have hidden certain things that unfortunately came out to the credit of Candace Owens helped.
So tell me, what would the purpose, like in how would making him a martyr benefit the Republicans or
if he would have remained the poster child of the MAGA crowd and Trump solely, then that would have almost ensured, even though this is also another conspiracy, like people have been losing their minds, oh my god, a third term, it would have synced and clinched the MAGA base in almost fucking forever.
So why would the MAGA base want to take him out?
Because as a martyr, he would strengthen them even further. Everybody becomes far more powerful once they are made a martyr. Your cause, everything you stood for, I don't think they counted on some of the conversations that were happening on the back streets, but I don't go as far as thinking that Israel had anything to do with it, but I am open-minded. I'm still willing to receive new information to formulate a new opinion or add to this percentage or take away from this percentage. But I think, and remember, this doesn't mean I believe it. I'm just
Right, you like to
entertaining
humor
it.
it, yeah.
I think making a martyr out of Charlie would have 100% served the Trump administration more so than him being alive.
Yeah, I in that opinion, and I'm glad you said it like that, because literally my take on that is a 180. He was way more valuable to them as a whole, to the GOP, to the Republicans as a whole, alive than he was dead, because there was nobody out there like him who could get these values across in the way that he could. And there's only so much replays of videos you can until he's going to fade away into nothingness. Until in 2 years from now, Charlie Kirk won't be in your algorithm. Okay. And I hate to say it, 2 years from now, Charlie Kirk isn't going to be doing these prove me wrongs at colleges where it's hinging on, Republican or Democrat kind of thing. And like, it's make or break. Like, he's gone and there's nobody who can take his place like him. And
You know what else this accomplished? It perhaps put in a very firm fear into anybody else that felt that they had a righteous cause to go around and speak it so freely in territories such as where minds are most malleable, like universities.
Yeah.
Maybe that was another, totally speculation here, but maybe making people afraid of their own voices.
Fair enough. I can humor that. I do feel like a lot of the times, if you think your message is important, it doesn't matter if you die or not. So I do feel like some people I kind of signed up for that, as Charlie said and knew. There's a lot of times he felt in fear for his life. He said, this is going to be the end of me, or whatever, references he made. Like, he kind of felt
and mostly in fear of the fucking left.
Yeah. Yeah. And listen, regardless of who, it just he felt like being this outspoken about something's going to piss somebody off. And it did, whether you want to believe it to be one person or a group of people, that's up for debate right now. But either way, it pissed someone off enough,
Yeah, for sure.
Or that's why I can't jive with the idea that they felt him being more of a martyr was more beneficial than him being alive.
And to your point, final thing is I need to do my due diligence, and I'd recommend any of you, just for the sake of critical thinking for yourself, doing your own research. There's a YouTuber out there, for whatever reason, somebody that was close to Tyler Robinson got in contact with him. His name is Turkey Tom, and he does actually add more corroboration and evidence that Tyler Robertson was in fact radicalized by Antifa via Discord. So that's out there too. All right, let us continue.
Let's move on a little bit here. I'm going to skip a little forward. But so she essentially, I'm going to summarize this real quick. She gives insight on it being difficult to investigate matters, especially matters that involve, or more specifically, it's difficult to investigate matters that involve your close friends, your family members. It's hard to look into those. She doesn't really clarify as to why it's difficult. I would assume maybe because your emotion gets involved within it, but she says, she would notice a lot more things that were off or unlikely than the public would notice. Like, for instance, this Terrell Farnsworth guy, he was the one who removed the SD card from the camera. And apparently he never goes on these college tours. And they tried him out one time on a college tour, and that's when that happened. And then the next college tour, he wasn't there, and subsequent college tours, he wasn't there again. Coincidence? I don't know, but that's what she points to as being something that she thinks is weird, right? The guy who took the SD card, now he's not on these tours anymore. That's weird to her. Another thing she says, and then we're going to play a video that kind of expounds on this a little bit, is she says that when Charlie went to Utah, he flew into Salt Lake City and not Provo. And she's going to tell us now, explain to us now, why she thinks that him flying into Salt Lake City and not Provo, that there was actually a reason to that. There was a reason why that happened.
Okay.
It is also how I felt, and I'm sharing this with you now for a reason, when I learned that Charlie flew into Salt Lake City that morning. Because why didn't he fly into the much closer Provo airport? Now, ostensibly, the answer is because he had an interview with a person that nobody really knows. He's a managing director of a restaurant fund. Andrew K. Smith, out of nowhere, does this restaurantology interview with Charlie. And so Charlie flew into Salt Lake to make this interview happen. That, to me, felt like an oddity, okay? Because in a typical scenario, Charlie is not going to be incentivized to go out of his way because he would only do it, actually, if there was A, a big donor on the hook, and maybe that's what he was told, this guy's going to give a ton of money to Turning Point USA, or B, because it was a major political person. Otherwise, for the sake of a podcast, people travel to Charlie, okay? If you want to get Charlie, you're going to travel to Charlie to make that happen. He's not going to go out of his way. To me.
So she's pointing out that the fact that his flight was subverted to Salt Lake City and didn't land in Provo because evidently, that he wanted to go do someone else's podcast. That was weird for Charlie to do. Normally, if you wanted Charlie, you came to him. In her opinion,
he had a great time on that podcast. I've seen that podcast.
Well, that doesn't mean necessarily he wanted to go there. In
sure.
In
Just
Candace's defense.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I feel like I've seen him on other podcasts before. Maybe not. I feel like I've seen him on a few other podcasts before. I know he's done Piers Morgan, but you could do that from anywhere. You know, you just kind of go to one of their vans and kind of green screen yourself in. But or maybe he just did it live from a studio. But I feel like he was on Theo Von one time. I feel like he did PBD one time. But maybe he only does these podcasts when he was in those areas to begin with. But like
it's not out of the
Utah's
question,
Utah though, right? You know, like he was in the area, he just didn't go to Provo, he went to Salt Lake City. So that may not that may be just a coincidence. Like, like that may be not anything, but let's see what else she has to say.
The common thing that always happened was they would set up an interview in an empty room at the campus, at UVU campus. They would have had this guy in the corner and Charlie would have flown into Provo. So I felt, again, didn't share at this time, that they diverted Charlie Kirk to Salt Lake City for a reason. Okay. Something else you should know about Charlie is Charlie was obsessed with planes. My husband and him actually shared this in common, where every time we'd board a plane, Charlie would know exactly, like, way too many facts about the plane. If we boarded an old American Airlines flight, he'd be like, oh, they actually took these planes out of service in the 1970s. He just had a lot of Snapple facts when it came to planes, something that I just do not dedicate any of my time into learning about. He really liked planes and knowing everything about them. And more crucially, I want you guys to understand this, Charlie had a photographic memory. He did. Donor names, emails, numbers. Charlie Kirk was a walking Excel sheet. He'd walk into a room, he'd say that so-and-so, 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 so-and-so. He works for so-and-so, she works for so-and-so. They gave this much last year. That is why he was able to turn Turning Point USA into a successful machine, because of his memory. It was unbelievable. That's all going to be relevant now, okay? So you have to remember that Charlie landed into Salt Lake City at 9:23 a.m. local time. I suspect that if he had instead landed into Provo, he would have recognized the blue Egyptian plane, okay? It's not every day that you see an Egyptian military craft. It is now my well-informed opinion that he would have looked at that plane and he would have recognized the blue plane, and he would have instantly realized that something was amiss. And now I'm going to explain.
I just want to know why, though. Like,
but yeah, I don't. I mean, come on, that is a bit of a stretch. I'm not trying to discredit. I know the fucking optics, man. It looks like we're just sitting here dismantling her, but that is just that's speculation. That is a complete reach. How can she assume in Charlie's brain that he'd see a blue fucking plane and be like, "Oh shit, it's going down, guys. Red team, go." Come on, I don't know.
She does make a comparison to Egypt, being like kind of, it's always Israel when someone accuses it of being Egypt. It turns out to being Israel. Like, we'll see that part in a second too. But I do wonder if she's making, because at the end of this, she asks a question and she's like, "What's up with those planes?" And she's like, "I have more on this, but I want to see how you guys answer first." Leading me to believe, or, not me, but leading to all the decentralized intelligence agents out there, all the mommy sleuths, that she has more information, because she alludes to, and as we'll get to it, she alludes to that TPUSA knew about the specifically Egyptian planes. So maybe in this instance, with what we don't know yet, is she knows that Charlie knew something about these Egyptian planes. So maybe if he did see him, it wasn't that he would recognize it randomly. It's because he's seen it once before, and then he knew, okay, if it's here, there's something else going on that I was informed of that could happen, or yada 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 yada, or even they're part of whatever we're doing, and I'm not telling anybody.
If that's proven to be the case, let's say she has more, I will make a public admission and apology and give all the credit where it's due. Her flowers, if you will. But as it stands, we're being edged, and I don't have the other piece of this puzzle.
Yeah, I hear you. We got a few more clips.
That he would have looked at that plane, he would have recognized the blue plane, and he would have instantly realized that something was amiss. And now I'm going to explain to you very carefully why I suspect that it is highly likely that Charlie would have recognized that plane, okay? Tail number SUBND, the blue plane. A pregnant mommy sleuth who was locked.
You heard her?
Pregnant mommy sleuth.
A pregnant mommy sleuth. So like everyone, all of her viewers, listen, a lot of shows, their viewers have nicknames, but like it's interesting in her nicknames for her viewers because it's like they're investigators and she's getting people involved in this we're gonna solve it together type vibe.
This reminds me of another YouTuber, C-Fowls, you know the one, starts with a B, ends with a J. Yeah. Just saying. Reminds me exactly of that
BJ
YouTuber.
from Trump by Bill Clinton. That YouTube.
Exactly. You got it. By the way, guys, we're 3 away from a little bit of a, how shall I say, milestone. Help us make a little part of history tonight. 3 more subs, and we hit that little goal we have. God bless. We appreciate
Why I
you.
suspect that it is highly likely that Charlie would have recognized that plane, okay? Tail number SUBND, the blue plane. A pregnant mommy sleuth who was locked into this investigation discovered something that me and my team had missed. I consider her, obviously, and all of you to be my decentralized intelligence agents. Anyway, she sent me a rather urgent email, and I'm obviously protecting her identity for reasons that are clear. But I want you to know that this discovery is due entirely to her. She is the person that, in this regard, went max for Charlie when I missed something. Her email stated, in effect, that I was only partially right about the plane tracking Charlie, that she had done an additional 15 hours of research and was able to discern that the person the planes were actually tracking for years was Erica, not Charlie.
Did you hear that? The mommy sleuth who did, don't know how they figured this out, approximately 15 hours more research than Candace. Like, how did they figure that out? Like, Candace said, listen, me and my team spent about 25 hours on this. How much did you spend on this? And she's like, oh, well, that's great you asked because I too timed myself and I took about 40 hours. Oh, wow. You spent 15 more hours of research on this. You're a mommy sleuth.
For the sake of balance, by God, I hope I hear something where I'm like, good job, Candace.
There's never any reveal of how they know how, like, she's the one who made the claim of that this mommy sleuth did 15 hours more research than her.
Yeah,
we never find out what that means. It doesn't matter. She's just mommy sleuth doing that much more research than old Candace Owens.
For reasons that are clear. But I want you to know that this discovery is due entirely to her. She is the person that, in this regard, went max for Charlie when I missed
Thank you,
something.
mommy.
Her email stated, in effect, that I was only partially right about the plane tracking Charlie, that she had done an additional 15 hours of research and was able to discern that the person the planes were actually tracking for years was Erica. Not Charlie, but Erica was the one being tracked by these planes. And indeed, it turned out that she was correct. She discovered that between 2022 and September of 2025, both of those aircrafts, SUBTT, the yellow plane, and SUBND, the blue plane, showed 68 overlaps with Erica's documented locations, okay? 68 overlaps. I have since been able to add now 73 times that this overlapped, okay?
So these 2 planes overlapped with Erica's areas 73 times, as Candace said.
Another good, no, dude, no reply is killing it. So this plane was following Kirk for years, yet he never noticed it one time.
Well,
yet she said he would notice it without a doubt.
Well, as we're saying, though, as we're finding out, as Mommy Sleuth pointed out, no reply, the plane was actually tailing Erica Kirk, not Charlie.
Right.
It tailed her like 73 times, and I think it tailed him like 29 times.
And 29 of those instances also happened to include Charlie. Charlie was also present. And that's what I was stumbling upon when I was looking into this. I was like, why is this plane where Charlie is? The flights were majority clustered within 5 states.
I mean, that's almost double. So, like, Candace was on the, like, oh, my God, this Egyptian plane followed Charlie almost 30 times. Mommy Sleuth found out to be, and then Candace found an extra 73 times. I mean, that's like, and then she's about to tell us, I believe, if this is the one. Let me see. She's gonna tell us like it's coming up. The probability of the like if it was just accidental of how many times Erica Kirk's plane and the Egyptian plane would their landing spot would overlap. She's gonna tell us the probability of that. Like if it was strictly accidental, but it happened accidentally 73 times. Like, what do you think the probability of that is?
I'd imagine pretty damn slim. What is she going to throw, like a single percentile number here?
Oh, we're going to hear a bunch of zeros, bro.
Got it.
Bunch of zeros in a single digit. What do you think that single digit is?
Originally?
No, like a bunch of zeros. No, but a bunch of zeros and then one single digit. What do you think that digit's going to be?
0.1.
Yep, there you go, buddy.
Uh-huh.
Spot on.
It's Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Delaware, and Utah, and it's a pattern that she believes is statistically not random. I'm telling you this information has been completely verified. I am showing you this on a spreadsheet now. These are all the instances in which this plane, 68 instances that this plane crossed with Erica. And I'm also going to say this includes overseas as well, okay? So my instant question becomes, why didn't Turning Point acknowledge that this plane was familiar to them? When I was taking all of these figurative online bullets, someone could have easily said something, right?
That's what I don't understand that question. If anybody who's watching this is on Candace's side, more so than we are.
There's plenty, still.
Like what does that mean? Why didn't Turning Point USA acknowledge they knew this plane? Who said they knew the plane?
Candace.
I know, but besides Candace.
Yeah, outside of that, who's the source?
Yeah, who said they knew the plane just because it was following Eric? I mean, so that's her implication. She's maybe trying to catch TPUSA in some kind of like lie here, but she's saying like if it's been tailing and overlapping with Erica Kirk this many times, you guys obviously know about it. So who is it? So like she's in my opinion, kind of fishing to see a response here. Like, and I'm literally coming to this conclusion right now. I really wasn't pre-planning this. I'm like, oh, wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Maybe
Let me fish for your response on this one.
Please.
I'm loosely remembering a comment I saw. Sorry, commenter that I don't have your name remembered, saying that the plane thing is at the literal bottom of the list. There's 10 other red flags. Articulate and elaborate. I mean, we've been covering this pretty extensively. Tell us something we don't know, please.
Yeah.
All right.
As well, okay? So my instant question becomes, why didn't Turning Point acknowledge that this plane was familiar to them? When I was taking all of these figurative online bullets, someone could have easily said something, right? That's kind of a repeat thing in this investigation. Josh Hammer.
But you can take that assumption as her saying TPUSA knew about the plane. And if you're just a, CO fan, Candace Owens fan, you're going to be like, see, TPUSA knew about the plane. And then you're going to regurgitate that. And that's not necessarily what she's saying. She's kind of, in my opinion, doing it in a way to see how they respond to this claim. You know what I mean?
Which is her playbook.
Which is completely different than saying this is. She's saying this could.
I'd like to give a shout out. We got a new viewer, a verified channel. Thank you for joining us here at Stuck in the Middle. We try to go on every week, at least 2 to 3 times.
What up?
Denver Metro Audits. She always throws up the 6 when she talks.
What's the 6? What's the 6?
The 6.
6, 7.
I think her
fucked it up.
Like her hands or numbers. I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe so I can check out your content.
Yeah,
Thank you for checking this out, man.
I need to know what that means now. What do you mean she throws up the 6? Shit, sugar.
Is that via the number? I mean, if I'm looking at her hands right now, I don't know.
Is that like the devil? Like always the 6? Oh, like she's always just counting to 6 for some reason. I got 6 new. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6. Like she was just counting to 6. She loves 6, maybe.
We got another hole to dig.
Oh, good Lord.
Lies, I get attacked. Turning Point just stay silent. They know he's lying, but they allow the lie to flow. Alex Clark lies, I get attacked. I'm telling the truth. Turning Point knows it, but they kind of allow this like Catholic thing, lie to flow. And the influencers are allowed to lie. Nobody at Turning Point ever just steps to clarify that I'm onto something or I'm telling the truth about something. And when it comes to these Egyptian flights, the math on this is indisputable.
Right here.
There is less than a 0.000000001% probability.
That's a lot of fucking zeros, dude. I think.
I mean, how
many
necessary is it to repeat zeros?
I need to count those.
I get attacked. I'm telling the truth. Turning Point knows it, but they kind of allow this like Catholic thing, lie to flow. And the influencers are allowed to lie. Nobody at Turning Point.
Everybody now, help me out.
That I'm onto something or I'm telling the truth.
Here we go.
And when it comes to these Egyptian flights, the math
How many
on
zeros?
this is indisputable. There is less than a 0.000000001% probability.
8.
Okay, under random distribution models that these Egyptian planes coincidentally
You got 8? I got 1.
Shout out to the alt account of Marmar.
7, 8.
That's I'm nobody. Hi Marmar. We know it's you.
Damn. I got 9.
Why you come in here with a sock account is hilarious.
Who is it?
But
it's Marmar.
welcome and God bless.
Who is it?
It's Marmar.
Oh.
Wiener, 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 wiener.
Word.
Dude,
Okay.
why even have the fucking concern? Again, this is a big problem of yours. Your focus on others as you go after others and focus on them, and then come to the realization, oh, that's where I'm weak. And
It's
you
because
are.
he needs us. That's all. It's because he needs us to talk about him. He needs us to stay
stuck
relevant.
in Ohio.
Yeah, man, it's okay, dude. That's fine, man. Like, we'll hi. See, we talked about you. So now you go ahead and then you can clip this. Don't worry, we won't. I won't ever strike you, man. Like, that's not in our DNA. I know you kind of like. Oh, I might strike
Hinted
you."
at, yeah, it's okay. We're just flexing a little bit.
I know,
But hey, God bless.
We don't play that game, man. It's fine. It's all good, man. All right, let's listen.
All right, let's go
As
on with
we
the getting on.
were, as we were.
Landed around Erica at these times. Like I said, this plane's not just with her in America.
So was that 8 zeros or 9 zeros? Did we come to a
I
conclusion?
counted 8, sir.
Okay. Are you sure you're right?
But if it was 9, if you turn it upside down, it's a 6.
Damn, you're right. You're right.
It was also tracking her overseas as well. I flagged this because I was alarmed because I thought
All
it
right,
was.
I'm gonna go to the next clip right here because this is where she
Yeah.
gets on some other stuff.
I'm over the fucking planes, dude.
Well, no, this is more plane stuff. Don't worry.
Fucking
yeah.
fuck.
She's back on the planes.
Now, let's get to the day of the assassination. On the day of Charlie's assassination, we know the yellow plane took off in the morning, but the blue plane did not take off in the morning. The blue plane, SUBND, did, however,
Don't you kind of feel like you're watching Sesame Street? Like the yellow plane takes off, but the blue plane, it stays on the tarmac. Blue, yellow. You know, you're supposed to
I
repeat
just
the
had a
colors.
flashback.
Yeah, exactly. See?
He morphed into Big Bird just now.
Hey, Eli, how you doing, Eli? However Big Bird sounds, right? That's pretty close. Don't pick your
That
nose.
was on point.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
reading comments. Yes.
Sorry, picking
all right.
your nose, though.
What?
No,
man.
I didn't say anything.
We're on. And I want to be very clear as to what I mean when I say that this plane was on. I am saying that it was transponding, okay? It's transponding at the FBO.
So this is the day Charlie
at
died.
Duncan Aviation, a private terminal. So at the very least, they powered up the electronics. At most, they fully powered it on and the engine was running. What we know for certain is that it did not move from the FBO. Did not move. It was just on and transponding. And I want you to recognize, I'm going to make it clear for you what are the times that they were transponding. It's 2 times, and I'm going to tell you those times, but first I'm going to have Mark pull this up and he can tell us what it is that we're looking at here and how we were able to find this information about the jet that was just sitting at the FBO.
Is this her sped up?
So it looks like, based on this information that I found, and I had to figure out how to use this website because my mother didn't take enough Tylenol when she was pregnant with me, so I can't get too detailed on it.
It's
But
going to
essentially
tell you
all
the
flight radar
times
websites
that this
only show when-
plane turned on during the day that Charlie Kirk was assassinated.
The plane is actually in the air. But if the plane is on the ground and transmitting, that data from the ADS-B transponder still goes out. So this website, ADS-B Exchange, takes that raw data. And so I was able to find it on September 10th. If you look on the very left of the frame, it shows September 10th. And it looks like there's just one data point. But what it is, I zoomed in, and the plane's actually not moving. It's just GPS is a little bit inaccurate when you're this close. But you're able to see all these different times here. And that is the UTC time zone, also known as Zulu time. So subtract 7 hours from that to get Utah time. And so I tracked all these down, and I was able to find that the plane was transponding from 9:05 a.m. until 10:34 a.m. Then it was off. And then at 12:40 p.m., it came back on and turned off again at 1:29 p.m.
Okay, I'm going to repeat that so that everybody understands. We were able to discern from this data as follows. On September 10th, on the day of Charlie's assassination, this plane first transponded from 9:05 a.m. plus 36 seconds until it was turned off at 10:34 a.m. and 5 seconds. Then the plane turned back on, the transponder was turned back on just 17 minutes after Charlie was shot at 12:40 p.m. and 53 seconds, and it stayed on until 1:29 p.m. and 40 seconds. So what was the blue plane doing sitting on the tarmac? We can only imagine what it was doing, okay? We can run a couple of options here. It's possible that they were just running a maintenance check. Duncan Aviation does offer maintenance repairs. It's therefore possible that it just chose to run some...
That seems sane, right? Just running a maintenance check. Okay, cool. All right. I mean, what could the other option be then? I mean, that was a very sane observation. That's fine. Okay.
That I can accept,
You know what? Now I'm very open to see what her other summation can be, because this one was very probable. Yeah, you know what? Fine. Maintenance. Let's see what else she's got for us.
Maintenance checks
Transformer?
at an unfortunate time, okay? Another possibility is that a military jet, particularly one from a foreign country, would likely be equipped with encrypted satellite-based communications capabilities. If you wanted to make an untraceable phone call, as an example, that would be a good place to do so, because only the NSA would be able to intercept that call. And it's pretty obvious that the deep state doesn't seem particularly interested in the assassination of Charlie Kirk. So that'd be a safe place to communicate on that plane. Like I said, these are...
Where the fuck did that come from, bro?
Whoa.
My
Whoa.
God.
Whoa.
That was a lot
She
in
just
a little
went
bit of time.
She went from like 0 to 100 faster than a Tesla goes from 0 to 60, my man. Woo-wee.
We did, if
car
you're
humor
interested,
for everybody.
somebody did explain the 6 thing.
What's the
If
6
you
thing?
want to hear it.
Yeah, let's hear it. Come on, please.
All
Bring
right,
it.
thank you, Roxas, Stormcrow. This symbol, which I'm reluctant to throw, the okey doke.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. This symbol, that one, 3 fingers up represents 1 6, 3 fingers, 3 6s. It is a 666 thing.
It is the devil, son of a gun.
There are people that do believe she is a demonic plant opposition. I'm not quite that far along, but I understand it's all there.
You're optimistic, though.
Yeah, you could say that.
Our options. What we can do now, however, is we can add this to our list of verifiable Turning Point USA lies, because I'm going to count this as a lie by severe omission. By keeping your mouth shut and allowing Candace to take all the figurative bullets as she points out the oddity of a plane that you guys recognized, okay? My point is that these planes were known to Turning Point USA, and we all deserve to know why they were on the ground on that.
How are they known to Turning Point USA? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand. Like, she's making this claim right now, saying they were known to Turning Point USA without showing us how Turning Point USA knew about the planes besides whatever overlap she was showing with Erica Kirk and Charlie Kirk.
Therein lies a bit of an issue there. Right.
But therein lies that thing she does, though, where she says she doesn't. And she's like, I'm just asking questions.
And then it's the easiest veil to hide behind. It's the most innocent, easiest veil to hide behind when it comes to actual scrutiny.
Yeah.
By the by, guys, 2 more subs and we hit our little goal, our little milestone tonight.
We fight.
Thank you for being a part of history. God bless again.
That day.
Let's go.
What they were doing on the ground on that day. And also, why Turning Point chose to stay mum when every influencer under the sun and every publication attacked me for even mentioning the planes, making it seem like I was dumb, I was stupid. Turning Point USA is able to provide answers to these questions. There's more that I know, by the way, but I want to challenge them to respond to this first. Were these Egyptian military planes familiar to Charlie Kirk? It is a simple yes or no question. And answer it carefully, please, Andrew Colvett.
Simple yes or no.
So she just asked, there's more to this, but she wants to know right now, were these planes known to Charlie Kirk, Andrew Colvett? Yes or no?
I mean, is that an answer that can ever get fucking answered? I don't think Colvett is going to even entertain
She's making
this.
it seem as if it is like this big, like, what will he say? She's making it seem like
this is the bait, right?
Yes.
This is the breadcrumb she's leaving out. Okay.
But like, what is interesting is how, she's like an Alex Jones in the sense, not specifically, but in the sense that when she is right, it kind of makes some of what she says seem a little less unhinged.
Here, and agreed. I'd like to throw in no reply again. Just thank you, brother. Regulations in many jurisdictions, like the U.S., as per FFA guidance, pilots are now generally required to operate the transponder in the altitude reporting mode, alt or on, anytime they are on the movement area of the airport, the taxiways and runways, not just in the air. Okay. The law is the plane's transponder needs to be in alt mode when on ground at an airport. It is the law.
So it's always on. Transponder must always be on, regardless.
That is the law.
So maybe the real question is, why was it turned off, or why wasn't transponding during
I
the
think
hours
that
of while
would
he
be
was.
that would help us hone in on the actual question. Yes,
It'd be more the opposite of what Candace is saying, because she was saying
Yes.
it was on during these times, and if no replies, if they're correcting what they're saying, then it should have been on the whole time. Or unless that's the only times like it was caught in that, like who knows?
I'm gonna
I don't know
ask a
how
little
this is.
AI.
There you go.
Via the FAA, are transponders supposed to always be on when a plane is on the ground?
On the tarmac.
Yeah. Yes.
Recommends keeping transponders on when a plane is on the ground, especially in movement areas.
To do position on the surface. This requirement is to ensure the aircraft is visible to air traffic control. 100% yes.
Maybe ask a more specific question. Like ask, does the FAA require a private plane's transponder to be on all the time while on the tarmac?
Does
the FAA require a private plane's transponder?
Does the FAA, sorry, hold on, I got you. Does the FAA require a private plane's transponder to be on at all times?
While on the tarmac.
What?
No, the FAA doesn't require private plane transponders to be on.
Does the
There you go.
FAA require a private plane's transponder to be on at all times while on the ground?
Tarmac.
Fuck. Yes. If it's on the
Ask
ground,
the tarmac,
yes.
though. The ground could be like.
Does the FAA fucking motherfucker? Does the FAA require a private plane to have the transponder on when it's on the tarmac?
Yes, the FAA recommends private planes keep their transponders on while on.
Yes, again.
So what was the first thing it said no to then? Can you go back?
Yeah, if it's not on the ground, I think. That was the one time I didn't have ground on.
Got you.
Yeah. Thank you, no reply.
All right. Good.
And whatever the fuck jewels are, thanks for sending those. We still don't know what those are, but
I
God bless.
love a good jewel. We'll take a jewel.
Yeah.
I love a good
We'll
jewel.
figure it out one day.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Spokesperson for Turning Point USA. Because there was
One
something
more
very
sub, guys,
specific,
for the
Andrew,
milestone.
that you told me that happened when you arrived into Provo on the tarmac that day, and it is now playing over and over and over again in my mind.
Listen to this.
Another point I'd like to follow up with, Andrew Colvett, let's stick with you, is that in the hospital on that day, you told me, you were in the hospital, that you were told that there was a credible threat against me and Tucker Carlson. Specifically, you told me that me and Tucker Carlson were on a list, and that you were just telling me as a friend that me and Tucker should lay low. And after you told me that, I ended our phone call, and I immediately called Tucker Carlson. And I said, hey, terrified, like obviously crying all day, and telling him that he and I have to lay low because there's a credible threat. And it is now really living inside me that you did not tell me who that threat was from. I assumed the feds told you, but I asked you the question, why wouldn't the feds call me directly if there was a threat against my life? No such call has come in.
She just assumed. And then said, why wouldn't they call me?
Yeah, but he said Andrew Colvett said there's a credible threat against you and Tucker.
Yeah, without
Carlson.
specifying.
Right.
Yeah, and she just assumed it's the feds.
So, but then why wouldn't Colvett tell her who the credible threat was?
Agreed as well.
Right. She assumed, like, okay, if it was credible, I'm assuming it's coming from the American government. Why wouldn't they tell me who the credible threat was or what to look out for? And they never did. So that's the conclusion she's coming to too. She's like, yeah, you said credible threat. You never told me who it was, and I never got any heads up from the government.
You see, with the amount of questions that her show proposes, no wonder why we keep tuning in.
Yeah, I know. Son of a bitch, she's good. Damn it, we gotta take a page out of her book.
We gotta ask a question before the night's end.
Go ahead.
Oh, by God. Well, that's the last time I asked for a sub. Bless y'all anyway.
Living inside me that you.
What happened? We lost one?
2.
Hell yeah, we appreciate you.
Forget it. You guys are good. God bless.
Did not tell me who that threat was from.
I love you.
The feds told you, but I asked you the question. Why?
Let's lose 3 more. Come on. I believe you can do this. Come on. 3 more. 3 more.
3 more.
Where we at right now?
Like
Where we at right now?
2 more shows this week, but 3 more.
Where we at right now?
What? With
290, 220,
2247.
All right. I want to see 22244. I want to see 2244. All right. 3
All right.
more. 3 more down. Don't you disappoint me, you fucks. God damn it.
Why wouldn't the feds call me directly if there was a threat against my life? No such call has come in. How is that possible? How could someone have told you that there was a credible threat and that me and Tucker Carlson should lay low, and yet me and Tucker have since not been notified by any federal agency about those credible threats? Who do those threats come from? Because I gotta tell you, there are a lot of people making videos about me and Tucker Carlson, and none of them are Egyptians, okay? In fact, it's the Israelis. It is Israel that seems deeply upset with me and Tucker Carlson. They're not letting it go. They're making threats.
Take a shot. She mentioned Israel.
Yeah, too bad for that whole quit drinking thing year and a half.
No, not you. I'm saying everyone
I
else.
owe you one, Candace. I owe you one.
Yeah, take a shot, everyone else. Not Eli.
On every stage, okay? People that are tied to Israel are making threats against me and Tucker Carlson, demanding that we be canceled. So who specifically told you in the hospital room that there was a credible threat against my life? I'm going to need that information, okay? I want to know that now because the stakes seem pretty high. I have a lot of questions. This is probably a good time to tell you all that I am starting to piece together another.
So there you go. Like she's on more stuff. I don't know if you want to hear her talk about. So she has two more points she's going to make. One big one is the rental cars. You want to hear this point? And I kind of want to see how you react first to it.
All right, if you're intrigued in my response, because it's my first time watching, go for it.
Because I had a certain response until I heard.
We're not done yet. There's more. I know something else about the Egyptian flights. This time, another mommy sleuth.
Uh-oh.
I learned that oddly, Duncan Aviation, you know, where that plane was transponding from, the FBO in Provo sourced rental cars for these quote unquote Egyptians when they landed a couple of days before this operation. And I didn't just learn that. I actually have the license plates number for 4 of the vehicles that they rented. Okay. Honestly, you guys, it brings me great pleasure to deliver this information because now
for the rental cars,
Tulsi's office can get involved because you know those darn Egyptians are at it again.
She's got rental car license plate numbers.
Oh yeah, wait. I heard something along those lines that
like everyone can. That like everyone.
Yeah, I heard about this part.
Yeah. Oh hey, guess what? Watch out! I got your rental car numbers. Oh shit! You really got me because me and like 100 other people also rented the same car.
B for effort.
Except during a certain time.
Tulsi's office can get involved because you know those darn Egyptians are at it again. Those darn Egyptians.
Listen.
Here are the 4 license plates of the cars that were rented. The first car rented was a silver 2025 Toyota RAV4. The Utah license plate number is T092ZS.
Bingo!
The second car was a white 2025 Toyota Camry. Arizona license plate, CWN.
Now she's just giving out license numbers.
N872. Don't worry, I'm going to show you guys this in a spreadsheet. The third car was
I feel like I'm at the mall. A white car. You've left your lights on. License plate number CWN9872. White car. CWN9872. Your lights are on.
That's when you leave Hot Topic.
Yeah.
You freak.
Mom, we got to go now. My lights are on. Your lights are on. CWN9872. A white car. White seahorse.
White 2020.
Por entrada. White seahorse. Never do that again.
Pink flamingo.
Blue dolphin.
Toyota RAV4. Utah license plate number TN12KM. The fourth was a black 2025 Toyota 4Runner. Utah license plate number Z923DA.
Now at first, aren't you like, what the fuck is going on here? You're giving out rental car license plate numbers?
Like, what is this
kind of stupid,
supposed to accomplish?
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Students at UVU. Do we have this somewhere? Did you pull it up or just did you show them it on the screen? I didn't see what you showed them. Okay, cool. License plates were shown. Now to the students at UVU, please check your phones, your pictures from that day. because if any of those cars were seen at UVU or around campus on that day, then we're going to be able to suspect something else.
I mean, she's trying.
They are rental cars though again, so don't know. But they are tied allegedly to the Egyptian plane, the blue and yellow, blue and yellow, blue and yellow.
Should I ignore my pride right now? No.
No, never.
Hey, the last man logic again. Hey, look, I wish you nothing but the best, but you're wrong. I bet those subs are dropping like flies now. I'm glad you're excited and jerking the gherkin, fapping that you hope something we're passionate, or I'm very passionate about. I hope this guy is too, that we do at least 2 to 3 times a week will fail. But no, actually, we're back at the one more sub.
I'm on this.
Regardless, we're here for the discourse, and everybody's welcome to speak.
Nah, I'm on this guy's side. I hope our subs are dropping like flies. This guy's spot on. This guy's
he's a winner.
Yeah,
he speaks for all of us. I think.
What's his name?
He's the last main logical.
Yo, the last main
lib.
logical.
Oh, he's a lib.
Oh, you're a
Hi,
lib.
What's
up, lib?
We expect nothing less from you.
No, you're spot on, dude. We
appreciate you, though. We do, truly.
So, dude, you're right. We're wrong. Sorry, bro. Our bad.
Oh, he was just joking.
Oh, shit. I'm okay. You're right.
Damn it. Yo.
Son of a gun.
Sometimes.
Wait, was he joking about being a lib?
Emotion.
Was he joking about being a lib? Or was he joking about us losing subs?
No. He was just joking with us.
About what?
Okay.
About being a lib or losing subs?
No, I read this fucking name. The name's not a fucking joke. What is this, Abbott Costello?
What are you talking about? Name's not a joke. You said
I read his fucking name. It's the last logical lib. Okay, that's his fucking name.
Oh, he didn't say he was a lib. You didn't say he was a lib. His name says he's a lib.
His name said, yeah.
Okay.
And he was just Josh. He was just Josh, and he's cool. He's cool people.
There's only one Josh here.
I get emotional because I can't decipher the text and tone. I'm special. I'm sorry. Appreciate you though. Regardless.
Do you want to finish the rest of her video? Do you have the patience for that?
I'm losing patience.
I know, a little bit. Me too. She goes on. So the next one, she goes on to say they missed their tax deadlines. So there was a tax deadline. They missed that. They filed for an extension, a 4-month extension. They also missed that.
Hi, Jacqueline. Okay.
And then Candace says, hey, I pointed that out, and they gaslit me and said that wasn't true, and it was true. There's another clip about TP losing $8.6 million. She has a reaction to that. And then there's another video of a YouTuber explaining how TP USA did their own audit and her reaction to that.
Can this, whichever clip, can it be the last one of Candace?
Yeah. Like, why don't we just go to the end then, right? But like, we'll just go to the last one.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm a little over Candace.
Yeah, she really hyped this episode up to be something it wasn't.
Bombshell, I believe, was used in the title.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed out with her. Like, Candace, how dare you? How dare you? Well, this is the last one from this episode.
Yeah, that sounds highly suspicious to me, especially when you add in the fact that Charlie wanted to establish a Doge 7 days before he died. When you also add into the fact that they're all telling strange lies, when you also add in the fact that there was this weird psychological campaign to tell us not to look at Turning Point USA, or we're going to go to hell, essentially. They're like using biblical passage to tell us why it's not moral. Do they think we are this soft and persuadable? Like, do we look like the kinds of people that are just going to watch an assassination in broad daylight and just let it go because some influencers insist that we do? No, sorry. It's not 1963. You're not going to get away with it this time. Anyways, he then goes on to describe how they conducted their own audit using a firm called Baker Tilly. I'll let him take it away.
What about Tyler Boyer's argument that they have an annual financial audit every year? If what I am saying is true, why wouldn't their annual audit catch these issues?
Craig, thank you.
So this guy was just saying essentially, like, if they do this annual audit, as they claim they always do, why wouldn't they have caught these missed tax things, these missed like 3 forms they didn't fill out? So like that's like the big question that this guy is trying to raise.
Annual financial audit for Turning Point USA, Inc. and its affiliates was performed by an accounting firm called Baker Tilly. In the notes, they explain that they audited Turning Point USA, Turning Point Action, Turning Point Endowment, America's Turning Point, and TP USA Merch. That usually means they audited all the shell companies when they provided their opinion that the statements present fairly in all material respects. That means it is a clean audit with no problems. I wonder if Baker Tilly will provide an explanation why they can issue a flawless audit report when 3 990 forms were never filed with the IRS. And just to clarify, Baker Tilly's audit opinion letter is signed after Turning Point missed the filing date with the IRS. So there is no excuse for Baker Tilly not to mention this in their audit opinion. Erica Kirk assumed the role of CEO of Turning Point USA on September 18th, 2025, 8 days after Charlie Kirk was murdered. She has been the CEO for almost 2 months. She needs to answer these questions. If someone has lied on the 990 form, people go to jail for that. I want some explanation of why Turning Point USA sent $8.6 million to their shell company and then did not file financial statements. And Erica, I don't know who does the accounting at Turning Point, but if they have not been telling you about any of this, you need to fire your accountants immediately.
Alrighty then. That's the okay.
Yeah. You want to
just
hear her
casting,
reaction to that? Or
shade and doubt at the inner
TPUSA.
workings.
And like he actually has a fair breakdown as far as like using money and their records and stuff like that. Whereas a lot of what Candace does sometimes is like speculation. But so him being incredulous on the whole tax thing going on with them,
it actually serves his purpose,
right? Like
there's
some ground for it to stand on.
He didn't just kind of dangle it and say, catch me after 4 sponsored reads and see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, like just like she does. Hang on a second, ready? Let's continue this real quick because she says, hey, listen, we got some great stuff coming up tomorrow.
I think all valid points. And again, just to modify, it is possible that when they used that outside auditor, that they showed them all of the documentation and then they gave them a clean bill of health. And then for whatever reason, Turning Point decided not to file. It's possible. Okay. Like I said, probably a low probability, but it is plausible that they did that. But it is just a fact that they missed the filing extension deadline. So what's going on here? Where did the $8.5 million go? And what's also compelling about this video, which we didn't show, is that he clarifies that Turning Point USA actually decreased their staff, the 501c3 arm, 33% by 30%. So there was a 33% staff reduction. And yet the cost of salaries somehow went up. And to him, that looks suspicious. And I agree, that looks suspicious, right? And this, of course, is the kind of pressure that needs to be put on them. Yes, I said it was a very bad idea right off the bat for Erica, who's grieving her husband, to then instantly become a chairman and the CEO, because these are valid questions now that people are asking. And a chairman and a CEO is going to have to respond to those questions. You have to answer these questions when people are asking about money, especially given the fact that so many people, I mean, they cleared over $70 million in the first couple of weeks after Charlie was assassinated. Okay, that's a lot of well-meaning people that are giving money to this organization who are now learning how this organization functions by routing the bulk of their money, or to a lot of their money rather, not the bulk of it, into their endowment fund, right? That is not okay. We deserve answers to the questions that we are asking, and we're going to keep asking them. Okay, we are going to keep asking them because I know there are snakes at Turning Point USA, and I'm going to reveal more to you guys tomorrow. First, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with some comments and answers to your questions.
To be continued.
I'm going to reveal more to you tomorrow. Fuck.
Yeah. Be sure to tune in after the 2 sponsored ad reads. Kane Wine. I like the question here. Not my bias, just what I dig. What is the we, us about Turning Point and Candace when Charlie fired her years ago? The idea that she just pops up like a mole claiming a spot. That's another aspect that is fair. It is fucking fair to point out. She does carry on, and she even, I saw during a live stream and a random post, she's gone far back to the last time her and Charlie Kirk were at UVU and just posted, what they did together. It was years ago. I'm not devaluing the friendship they had. It was there. It was real. There was substance, legitimate across the board. But she completely glazes over the fact that there was a falling out and pretends it never happened. So, I don't know. Do with that what you will. I put that kind of a little bit on the list that's against. There's things that are for, but there we go. Just trying to keep an even keel to the best of our ability.
Shamrock threw out in the chat for everyone to check out. She says, an interview with Charlie's head security detail is a must-see. There is the link. Thank you, Craig. Appreciate you. He loves the tie. Thank you, Craig.
Shamrock is an MVP of a mod, always sharing. For all of you,
love the Shamrock.
You can impact the show. You can impact the show. Just send us any link, article, email us, or drop a comment, and we will be on top of it. By the way, I'm afraid to say it, but it's the last time I'll say it. I promise, I swear. One more sub and we hit the milestone, or we could lose 5. Either way, God bless you. All right, that's it. No more of those.
I'm more down for the 5. Let's lose 5. Let's lose 5. No, you don't. Oh, sorry. Wrong chant. I didn't mean to start the wrong chant, but that sounds good, though. Right.
Yeah, it felt good.
Watch, ready? Like, let's gain 1. Let's gain 1. Not as cool as let's lose 5. Let's lose 5. It's got a lot more oomph to it, so.
It does. I felt it.
Right?
It was emotional.
I'm wrong.
Crying inside.
I'm not wrong. Don't you dare say I'm wrong. But what we're not
did the thing
is we're not here much longer. We're out. That's right.
Fuck. Wait. You want to do a quick bonus round? One little thing. One small little thing. It will incite some anger.
What do you got? Sure.
I know you're tired. I'm tired.
I am.
The last video, guys, this is a treat, and it has nothing to do with this shit. The last video I sent in the chat. It's a brief fucking synopsis. Check it out. It should outrage all of us and unite us. I hope to God that this thing that we are about to watch, we all feel the same way about. I really hope so.
The last thing in the chat is a phone number I texted you.
No, not the phone number. Okay. It's the it's like a little
got you.
Clip.
The last thing you got you heard.
Yeah. I'll go to the Facebook, but you should be able to find it.
No, I just said I got you. I'm opening it up. I'm playing it. Give me 1 second.
I want to almost go as far as saying, guys, I promise this is a treat. So much so that I ended.
I thought this was somebody else.
Yeah, you see the picture of the old man that got beat up. Unfortunately, not that.
Oh, this isn't it either. That. I didn't send this. You sent this.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Sorry. No, above the link, brother. The 80-year-old man who unalived the intruder.
Got you.
And we won't get hit for this one. I looked it over myself. All right, guys, check this out. I think this one should be a unifier.
I love a good unifier.
Damn it, Andrew. Don't you dare. All right. So...
My son only tried to rob you, and you took his life. That was excessive force, Peter. You have to pay for what you did.
Shut up. Your son played adult games, and now he's winning adult prizes.
An 87-year-old man shot 3 masked intruders who broke into his home, but was later sued by the robbers' parents for $1 million. The incident happened around 4 a.m. in Rockdale County, Georgia. The 3 masked teenagers planned to rob the home of Paul Schmidt, an elderly man who lived alone. While they were rummaging through the living room, the old man discovered them. The teens attacked him, punching and kicking him, and Paul was forced to fight.
Are you sure this is real?
Yeah, I checked it out myself.
Because the footage isn't. So far, like the inside the house footage, that's not real.
That was from another. I know. I recognize the case. That's from another one.
Back. He pulled the trigger, hitting one of them in the stomach. The other 2 panicked, dropped their weapons, and ran away. Neighbors who heard the gunshots called 911. When police and paramedics arrived, the injured suspect had already stopped breathing. The 2 who fled were caught soon after. Police later confirmed the 3 were carrying BB guns. The teenagers' parents accused Paul of using excessive force and filed a $1 million lawsuit against him.
They were holding fake guns. They never hurt you, and yet you killed him.
All 3 of them attacked my client. If they'd had real guns, my client wouldn't be standing here today.
He was so young, just a kid. His life.
That's real? Like that's not AI of them saying this stuff? Their emotion is so
it's
weird.
An AI narrator, and they did splice footage in from other stories to add to the narrative. But I verified this specific story. And I want to show you something after the show, by the way. Okay.
Life had barely started, and you ended it.
Shut up. You know what? Your son played adult games, and
That's
now
not
he's
real.
winning adult prizes.
Paul's attorney argued.
Even if the robber used a fake gun, my client had no way of knowing that. Therefore, it should be considered armed robbery.
This should still be considered armed robbery under Georgia's self-defense laws and the Stand Your Ground statute. The homeowner's actions were deemed completely lawful and not an excessive use of force. The judge ultimately ruled,
I hereby declare Mr. Schmidt not guilty. You bear no criminal or financial liability.
Then the judge turned to the robber's mother and said,
He can't declare somebody have no financial liability either. If it's a criminal case, that's for civil. So that's all. I think this judge guy is fake, because he, like, a judge doesn't go shut up. He doesn't say it like that, like he did.
Oh, he said shut up?
Yeah, like he got so angry at her. He's like, you shut up. Right, where is it? Look right here. Ready? Hang on. I got you. You don't remember him saying it like this? Let's see. Where is he? Right here. This part.
Right here. Okay. All right.
And you ended it.
Shut up. You know what?
Oh, my God.
Your
Okay.
son played adult games, and now he's winning adult prizes.
That's like that. That reminds me of such an AI video of him going, "Shut up! Your son played adult game and wins adult prizes." Like, I don't think that judge is real.
Oh, by God, I'm gonna have to fucking investigate. We're gonna leave this on a controversy, guys. I may have been fucking duped. I pulled a Joe Rogan. It's possible, but again,
The story might be one of those two things where it's like two real stories, but like put together, kind of thing.
mishmashed
Yeah.
into one fucking. For the sake of the goddamn, pardon me, play till the very end. Fuck it, just
and
get to
not
the
an
last
excessive
part.
use of
Let's
force.
end it. Let's.
The
play
judge
fucking-
ultimately ruled,
I hereby declare Mr. Schmidt not guilty. You bear no criminal or financial liability.
Then the judge turned to the robber's mother and said,
I hereby order you to pay Mr. Schmidt $50,000 in medical expenses
Bullshit.
and issue a public apology to him.
Okay.
Do you think the judge's ruling was
Nah.
fair? Share your thoughts in the comments.
What fake clickbait, fucking rage bait, fucking. This is bullshit. Of course, they should have paid the job people.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You
AI slop for
you
everybody.
Son of a bitch with this AI slop. Dadgummit. I thought you were better than this. You got me.
No, man, dude, the judge. You look at his teeth; they're so convincing.
Yeah. Shut up. The judge says that like during court. Shut up.
All right, on that stupid note now.
Oh,
See?
man.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Especially not me, but show those text messages.
Can I play
Candace.
can I play that outro music yet now?
Now you can. Get the fuck out of here.
Bam!
Dead inside.
That's it. By God, stuck in the middle. Did another one in the books. Thank you for hanging out with us on this fine night of Mun. That's our first Mun of the whole time we've been back as a show in an
we almost
official
went
capacity.
up during our holy day yesterday, almost.
Yeah, it was very close. It was very close. I do believe we're probably gonna not do today. We'll do Thursday.
No, we're not doing today.
Thursday's the day. We'll be back Thursday.
Here, I gotta add this. Everybody, I think I owe a little humiliation ritual of an apology for sharing AI slop and being convinced I should know better. But I'm happy to wear this look, and I'll make something of it, I promise. And I'll make it entertaining, worth your while.
Yeah, how'd you
With
not
that
even see
being
the
said,
judge go, shut up?
How dare you not believe? All right, like a part of me had a suspicion. I was
like,
just hoping to see, like, yeah, fuck that guy. I don't know.
And then
I
at
don't
the
know.
end, he orders the person who died to pay the guy who killed the person money. Like, come on.
Yeah,
Like,
totally believable, bro.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
the
yeah, for
planes
sure.
were in the air.
For sure.
The blue fucking jet was there. You tell me that.
The families of the 9/11 victims were ordered to pay people in Arab countries money for compensation for hurting the planes. You know, just like
Shut up.
Shut up.
All right, so, humiliation ritual. Everybody, again, regardless of up, down, left, right, appreciate the engagement. It's what we're all about. You guys do shape the show, and you're meant to shame us when we fuck up like I just did.
Shut up.
Own that. Shut up, Josh. How dare you? Feel free, if you find us so worthy, hit the thumbs up if you'd like. Thumbs down, that's okay too. We're at peace with that. I won't cry myself to sleep, maybe a little bit. And subscribe. Catch us on the next one. We got 2 more to go this week. 1 or 2. We'll see you then. We appreciate you. God bless. Good night.
Thanks for hanging out. Love you.
America
we appreciate
first.
you. We'll see you on the next one.
America first. Hi,
Careful, that's what Nick Fuentes says. You like Nick Fuentes?
How dare you?
He has the America First Network. What do you mean?
I'm the Jewish guy. How dare you?
Well, you just said America First. I'm just saying. I'm just,
that.
letting you know that's what he said.
We're taking this in the back streets.
All right.
We're taking this.
Fine. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do, we're taking the back.